good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's lovely to be with you today. My name is Becky and we have got a show to shimmer your screens. Foilpress, back in stock. This is your opportunity to seize the moment. If in the US you've been thinking, wanting, waiting, it is back in stock and it is ready to shimmer like a crafty glitter ball. And I don't just mean Craigle the Bagel. Craig, are you feeling subtle today?
You are.
Yay! It's Foilpress tea day!
Not only did you ask, I've been watching throughout today and I've seen your comment asking away, and lovely Grace, who's one of the incredible team that looks at the comments, she was messaging me through the day today saying, there's more asking, there's more asking, there's more asking, and that was, is Craig going to be wearing his Foilpress shirt? And the answer is, of course, yay!
Yes!
So it's back for a very special, not one, not two, but 3-hour masterclass, all about the Foilpress. We've got deals galore, some that's already sold out.
I know, yeah, I'm going to fill you in on that.
We're going to go through the Foilpress, we're going to go over the deals that we've got, we're going to foil with them, and then as I've put a shout out on social media and also to Becky in the comments today, what do you want to see technique-wise? We're going to revisit them, we're going to redo them. This is what Crafters TV is all about. You tell us what you want to see and we'll do it live. Maybe not instantly, but within 5, 10, 15 minutes of you asking, we'll work our way through what you're wanting to see.
Absolutely. And another thing I love about us being live and with you suggesting things, when you're sat at home, you might have had an idea that actually you're a bit too scared to try out because maybe you want to try it on, oh, I don't know, like something that, like a piece of fabric that maybe cost you a bit more money than you would normally spend. So you don't want to try it out because what if you ruin the fabric? Get Craig to ruin some fabric, it's fine. That is totally what we're here for. So if you do have any questions or if you have any ideas you haven't done yourself but you'd love Craigle to talk you through, then absolutely message us in. You can do it on our social media. We are on Facebook, YouTube, where else are we? Everywhere. Instagram, of course, Insta. So yeah, if you do want to message us, you absolutely can. Did you know that we've got a discount code as well on today? Random Act of Kindness. It was Random Act of Kindness Day the other day, and there's a Random Act of Kindness today. We've extended the Random Act of Kindness with a kindness code. Today, if you head on over to our website, you will see a section on there that is called, oh, I forgot now, Craft Room Essentials, of course it is. If you select some of the things that you need, want, or just fancy, and you pop in the code RAK15, RAK is in Random Act of Kindness 15, you'll get 15% off those treats. So it's well worth seizing the moment. I'm going to be straight with you. It has been a busy day with a capital biz. So if you have had your eye on things, some of them might have already sold out. I'm going to let you know the creator card that you're seeing right now, ignore it, it's sold out, okay? Sorry about that, but well done for anyone who got it because look at that saving. Another one that sold out was some monogram frames. Those sold out though. We've got something else that is so close to a sellout that actually by the time Craigle goes through it, it might well have gone. So if you love a bargain and a bit of a super duper surprise, we are going to be saving you way more than you're spending on our mystery bag. Craig, what's in the bag?
Oh, let's do it. Let's dive in and then let's have a look. Now, we have got one roll of our multi-purpose foil. Great, wonderful, fantastic. But then this one here being your Aurora. Now, we're going to give you another one, but this time you've got your disco ball. A little bit of a DISCO on a Friday night. This one has been your paper craft foil. Now, your paper craft foil is the one you're predominantly going to be using, and I'll explain that throughout the show. So we're going to give you another one, and we're going to give you another one. So that is 4 all together. So you're going to be getting your berry, again, your disco ball, and also your turquoise in conjunction with the Aurora multi-surface. So you're getting them. You're also going to be getting a pair of tweezers.
Handy.
Now, you do get a set when it comes to your actual Foilpress bundle. However, you can never be without enough tweezers. Use them daily when it comes to your crafting or maybe just around the house, because what we'll show you as well later on is these are magnetic. So if you do drop any of your normal dies, anything metal, you're able to pick them up. So it's really handy that you're getting a second set. Then what you'll also be getting is Save the Date. Now, this is a really useful Foilpress stamp that you can be using if you want to do inserts or wedding invitations, including an RSVP. So imagine you're foiled on your little cards or maybe your little invitations if you want to do. Imagine little tear-off slips at the bottom of your card or your invitation with RSVP. But then what we've got in here is we've got our butterfly dreams
I love
here.
that one.
Now this one, the out one, that foil presses. The detail sentiment, that foils, but then the actual butterfly in the middle, that die cuts out. So you can create your toppers, you can create your inners, you can then do shakers as well if you want to. So that's really handy to have. We're then giving you your Art Nouveau. Now this one, look at that, 4x6 dark grey. So that foils and it die cuts at the same time. We'll be showing you how your foil and die cut stamps then work throughout the show. We're giving you some of your borders and corners, so within this one here being your Leon, within this one here. Then we're going to give you another one as well with your Papillon within this one here. So that's your borders and your corners as well. So you're getting your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 items for £30 or $40.
So that is about £2 something per item, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, whoa, that's so cool. If you do want to seize the moment, seize away whilst you can seize, because there's lower options on this because they've already been well popular. So if you do fancy grabbing them, do. Now, if you're looking at those and you're thinking, up, this is fun, but I'm not entirely sure what I should get, how I should get it, what I need, what I don't need, I'm new to this maybe. If that is the case, we have saved you so much time, effort and faff, because we have got for you the Foilpress machine and everything you will need to get you started and continuing on your journey. This is your Foilpress machine. You get your bag in here so it's kept nice and tidy. Don't forget, just like with all of our Gemini machines, when you're treating yourself to this, you get the platform that you need, you get the plates that you need, you get sort of safety features that you need, you even get foil press sort of dies in here that you need, you get absolute oodles. You are going to be getting everything you can see right here, right now on your screen, and we're giving you a discount on it as well. Yep, we are bringing to you the opportunity to buy the machine, get everything else for free. £0, 0 pence, 0 cents, nout, nothing, nada. If you do want to treat yourself to it in the US, it is back in stock by popular demand. I do want to be really honest with you, as we are always here at Crafters, hands up in the air. We don't have many of these left at this point. At the beginning of the day, oh yeah, happy days, we've got plenty of them. Now, not so much. You've been buying, you've been treating yourself. If this is something that you fancied, or you're planning on gifting, or you've wanted to try for a while, now is your chance. If you've never seen this before, let me just give you an idea of what this does, and then we'll of course have some demonstrations, but just in case you're brand spanking new to this. This is a tool that will attach and you can work in line with your Gemini, and it can turn boring black card or lovely Centura pearl or craft card or pattern paper or mirrored card or watercolor card or black card that you've inked or glitter card into, oh yeah, the most glitz glam foil pressed individual unique perfect for you designs and items. You can even use it on the likes of fabrics and glitter cards and acetate and vellum and so much more. We will have demos with these. If you are brand new and you've got any questions, absolutely ask away. In fact, we've already had a question in from Carol saying, would Craig take a regular nesting die and use the back of it to foil plate. I haven't seen it done with a metal plate first, then card, then foil, then upside down. It doesn't cut anything.
So we're going to be covering all this later on. You can't do that because then that means you're putting your die cut edge face down into the heat mat, which you can't do. So if you even to try it with your metal shim, then of course you're then die cutting straight into the metal shim, which isn't going to work either. So you can do it the reverse way, which I'll show you just shortly.
Perfectamundo. Thank you very much. If you have any questions whatsoever, do dive on in. But speaking of diving on in, let's get foiling. What do you think of that as like a tagline? Let's get foiling.
Let's get foiling. I should get a shirt or something that just says, let's get foiling.
Yeah. I reckon we'll be able to get your name into it somehow. Let me work on it.
Yeah. Well, you know, Craigie, Craigle Bagel.
Yeah.
I think if anyone can work it out, you can.
Yeah, I'll work on it. Yeah.
That's
what I'm going to spend the next 3 hours doing. So
here we go. So what we can do is let's just start right to the very beginning here, and let's talk about the foil press, because certainly over the last few weeks, couple of months, so many new viewers joining us. Now the foil press, it works straight away, instantly with your Gemini Junior. You don't need anything extra. You can use it with your original Gemini, your A4 Gemini. You will need what's called the extender plate. They are in stock across on our website, and I've got my original Gemini also to the side, so we're going to be flipping and flopping between the two of them throughout the next 3 hours to show you how you can use it with your Junior, or if you want to use it with your original Gemini, you absolutely can do. This is now giving you the ability at home to do the foiling. So over the years, you've spent your money, like I have, on hunky-dory cardstock, Kanban cardstock, paper pads from us, you know, store pads, Hobbycraft, the range, all of them that's got foiling on them. Now this is enabling you to do the foiling onto your projects. You can be using your foil press stamps that we're going to be showing you throughout the show. The key thing with this as well is you can be using your normal wafer thin dies, not just ours, Spellbinders, Tonic, Highlight Crafts, Tattered Lace, Dawn Bibby, all of these ones that are wafer thin dies. And what I mean by wafer thin dies is just basically a normal die. That's a thin die. It's not a thick steel rule die. It's just a normal wafer thin die that you would die cut all the time. The only exception is if you do have the older machine called the Todo. That's an exception to the rule because those dies are a little bit thicker. Other than that, you know, sentiment, outline dies, creator cards, your nesting dies that we're going to show you later on that you can then foil with, creating the frame. All of that's done within the platform here. Now, where our foil press is different to many others out there is it's all done in the time. Now, over the 3 years that I've had mine, we do have low heat, medium heat, and a high heat. Now, Becky, I have only ever used low heat. Can be used in your medium heat for things like real leather that I'll talk you throughout the show. However, everything that I've ever done is on a low heat. Therefore, your actual platform, that stays the same heat, edge to edge. So it doesn't matter whether you are doing a really small die or if you are doing one that has unfortunately sold out, but a larger foil press stamp, the heat stays exactly the same. What changes is the time. So this is what you are going to be concentrating on when it comes to your foil press. You do have power button at the top, but you've got a main one at the side there. And I'm pointing that out because there has been a few people that's contacted head office, switched it on, and it's not working. And that's because they've not realised that there's actually a switch button at the side.
Got you.
Sometimes, you know, when you've replied to customer service, you've said, oh my God, I feel so silly. Don't feel silly.
Yeah.
These sorts of things can get missed. So you've got your power button, switch it on. So we'll switch it off just now, switch it on, and then you do your power button, switch it on as well. All the digits are going to come up. We've got minutes, we've got seconds, you've got start, and you've got reset. Now, if you ever worry or panic or you forgot what position you're at, simply press reset, resets it right back to the beginning again, and that's you starting from scratch. This is my own personal foil press machine that I carry about with me all the time, hence why it's well loved. So what happens is your platform's going to slide in and out. You have your heat conductors at the top here. Now, when we are going to be using it, you're going to hear me say, slide it out. Don't tip it up, otherwise you're going to be bending the actual connectors, and that's what's going to damage it. It does have a safety feature where it will automatically switch off around about 25 minutes. So if you do talk on the phone, or someone comes to the door, or you go for a shop, or you just forget about it, it will shut itself off, so don't worry about it. What will happen sometimes as well is if you leave it on the heat longer than it needs to be, you will find over time it will start to bend and buckle upwards. So what I always say as well, always, when you're not using it, just switch it off like it's off now. The other thing I will say as well, what happens and what actually makes it start to bend and buckle upwards is because some of you are using it for your flower forming foam. Please don't do that. That means you're keeping it on the continuous heat all the time for half an hour, 45 minutes, a couple of hours. That's what's buckling your plate. It's for your foiling only. So once again, let's switch it back on here. We're going to switch it on. And then what we can do is let's go straight in. Let's bring in one of the sentiments that we've got on the show as well. So I'm going to go in. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to go in with the stag. My absolute favourite one, hands down, out of everything we do on the foil press. This is my favourite one. So what we're going to do is we're going to refer to our matrix. Now, we've said in the past when it comes to the Gemini or machines, Becky, and you'll understand this, get to know your machine. Things can change. If you want to start foiling first thing in the morning and you've come into a freezing cold room, it's going to take a little bit longer compared to if you're heating it up in a roasting room. So just bear things like that in mind, but this is where the timer comes in. If you get over foiling, which means foil where you don't want it, reduce it for a few seconds. If you maybe miss a bit, it happens to me. Sometimes it doesn't foil completely. Increase it for a few seconds. This is what it's for. This is what it's all about. But I would always suggest start by following the matrix. Now, what I mean by the matrix is you've got a little bit of a guide. This is only some of the materials that you can foil with. We've got 300 GSM cardstock, 350, 300 pearlescent card, vellum, mirror card, acetate sheet, not just heat-proof acetate, normal acetate, packaging acetate you could be foiling onto, PU leather, fabrics, cottons, ribbons. Then what we've also got is we've then got the foil and cut dies. So what we mean by the matrix is it tells you just here, I know it's harder to see on screen, but you can then have a proper look when you get home. A small die, medium die, large die. You will see them referred to in the matrix as dies. They're actually foil press stamps. They do look like a die, however, there's no cutting edge, Becky. It's all flat. That's what you're getting your foiling. It's like letterpress technique, basically. That's what it's like. So for this one, which actually is a small one, we're going to do it onto cardstock. So it's saying to me 300 GSM cardstock, small die. I need it on low temperature. This is all low, and I need it for as little as 10 seconds. For me, I know my foil press. I'm actually going to give it 12 seconds.
Okay.
But you start off with following the matrix and then take it as a guide from there. So by popping it to the time, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to, there's the 10 seconds, but let's give it up to 12 seconds here. And then always make sure that you have everything good to go to start with. So have your material, whatever it is, have your foil. Now, as a starter, you always get a little roll of gold paper craft foil to start with. But within that bundle, you're getting your 3 additional full rolls as well, where you're going to be getting your icicle, which is a good one if you want to ink over with your water reactive ink pads, because it gives you a full bleached sort of resist effect. You're getting silver shimmer and you're getting gold shimmer as well. And you will still get your little roll of gold foil as standard as well in the set. So it's an absolute winner if you're going for it today. So all that we're going to do is we're going to go in with our cardstock. You do get your A5. This is what's called a carbon plate. You can see as well, mistakes happen. I foiled onto it. Look, it is actually the stag. You can start to see it. So if you do foil onto it, and I'm going to explain that throughout the show how that might happen, don't worry about it. It's not going to affect any of your future projects. You're just going to end up with a little bit of a decorative panel. What I would say, it is different to our double-sided plates. Please don't get them mixed up. You can leave a little note, but our double-sided plates, they actually have Gemini written on them. So that is a good way for you to know that that's your double-sided one, this is where your foil press one. So now that we've got all them, what we're going to do is I'm going to put my stag into my platform. And before we do that, where we seen on the matrix it says small, medium and large, how we tend to gauge that is if it fills maybe about a third of the platform, we say that's about a small. If it fills maybe about 2/3, we say a medium. And if it fills about the full platform, that's where we say it'd be about a large one as well. But as I say, you get to know your machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my stag onto my carbon plate. Now, my base platform. I like to put my carbon plate on the top. Now, I think I'm actually the only one on the team that does this. The reason I like to do it, Becky, is for me, if I don't do it, then the heat is rising up and then it's escaping. Whereas by popping my carbon plate on the top, it's retaining that heat, so it's bouncing back on itself. So that's why I like to use mine. We're going in with our foil, so we're going to go shiny side down. I know you naturally want to have it the other way, but it's shiny side down, so it's facing upwards. Then we're going to go in with our cardstock. So we're laying that one on. We're going to go in with our carbon plate, sit that one on the top. What we're then going to do is just slide it out. Then we're going to feed it up to our junior. So feeding it up like you would do with your junior plate. I like to take a hold of it until it grips, then I just let it go. Comes out the other side, exactly the same as your plates at home. Now this is where, once you've foiled it, if you go to carry on with your project, I would say leave it unplugged out because you're going to have that heat going. We don't have that luxury, of course, on the show. I want to show you so much. I keep mine plugged in. So what I'm then going to do is lift it up, and can you see you've already got that impression over the top. So I'm going to come along, remove that one, and then we've got
So cool.
our gold foiled stag. Now there's little bits, that's actually just light that you can see. It's not missed anything. But what I'm going to do, and let's do it right now while we're here.
Yeah.
This doesn't get overly hot. I've got, I do have asbestos fingers, but it's not overly hot. So you'll find, many of you, that you can actually touch this. In your set, you do get your little heat-proof finger grips. And actually, this is a good time to show the tweezers. You can pick them up as normal, but if you close the tweezers together, lift, so it lifts it up.
Yeah.
Then if you aren't maybe lucky enough, fortunate enough to have a craft desk with that, you're working on an expensive surface, you do have a heat-proof mat. So come along and then just release it. He says as he's got sticky adhesive
Got a bit of glue.
actually stuck on that one there. So let's take that one up. So then we're going to then release that one, and then that's going to drop it straight onto your magnetic, your
Heat-proof mat.
heat-proof mat. No, see, we've got heat-proof mat, non-stick mats here. We've got loads and loads. Now, what I'm going to do while we're here is you might think, oh, but you've got waste. It's not waste. This is the wow factor when it comes to the foil press as well. We are going to ramp it up right up till, in actual fact, let's do reset, because I'm going to go 1 minute 10.
Woo.
1 minute 10 for this technique here. So we've got our waste, we've got our cardstock that we're going to foil onto, we've got our carbon plate. What you do also need for this is you need your magnetic sheet from your junior, and you also need your metal, not your metal shim, you also need some cardstock shim. So I'm using white cardstock. It can be scrap, but we don't have scrap here, we just use what we've got. Now this is all about bulking out. If you can, invest in a separate magnetic sheet, so you've got one for your junior and one for your foil press. It's worthwhile doing, but you don't have to. You can absolutely chop and change between your junior and your foil press. So you don't have to. It's just a bit of a luxury if you're able to get a separate one for this. So now what we're going to do is, once again, our foil shiny side down. And then if you do it the wrong way, what you'll end up doing is foiling your platform. Yeah. So just try and make sure you've got it facing upwards. Let's put our cardstock. Tell you what, let's do our bigger piece here just so we can show you the full lot. So we're going to go on. So let's take a piece of card. So let's pop that one over the top. Then what I'm going to do, Becky, is I folded my card in half.
Yeah.
So that's our white smooth stamping card. So around about 600 GSM. Going to pop that on the top. We're going to then put our magnetic. Then we're going to put our carbon plate. We're going to press start.
Okay.
This is the only technique where we layer everything together, then press start. It's always the other way around. But I just thought, while we've got this waste, it's worthwhile doing this bit here.
Absolutely. Plenty of people coming up with sort of ideas. Tracy says, I've not been very successful using the foil press with glitter card. Is that maybe something we could look at?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Glitter card is the most temperamental medium to foil on. I have trouble as well. It's just to do with the grains, it's to do with the texture. It is possible, and we will cover that within the show as well tonight.
That's perfect.
So you're not doing anything wrong.
Good.
Absolutely not.
Also, just for my benefit, have you got a middle name, Craig?
I do, yeah,
Go on.
Donald.
Donald.
Yeah.
Donald. Okay. Yeah, I'm just working on a few foil press names.
Still working on it.
Yeah. I've got a few, but
Got
you know,
a couple.
just wanted to get an extra one in there. Donald, Ronald.
Yeah, I'm intrigued as to where this will be going. Looking forward to it. But here we go. We've now got 2 seconds to go. 1, and there we go. I'll always beep to let you know as well. So what I'm then going to do, once it's beeped, we're then just going to then slide it out as normal. Now, if this jars, or what I mean by jars is if the foil press says, oh no, that's too much, what to do is just take out one of those shims. I just fold it in half as you've seen, but no problem at all. And this is where the combination of the time and the pressure, so let's remove all of these, let's remove these. Now if I take this, let's take the corner, now look at that, not
a scrap
of waste of foil on that background, and we've now got it onto here. So what we could then do very, very quickly, because I know you've got important things to say about the products on the show.
Oh, me?
You.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, you, yeah. But look at that. You would not think that that would be waste, would you? I wouldn't think so anyway.
No, of course not.
So that's the positive. But then you can also do the waste as well. So this is, you know, really a couple of the key elements. That's what the foil press is all about. But as we said, we've still got another 2.5 hours where we're going to show you lots more.
I love it. Thank you so much for that. If you do want to treat yourself to this, your info is on screen. I'm going to be honest with you, by the looks of things, we've got like less than 30 of this available now. So that is getting really close to limited stock. If you do fancy it, now is your time to get it. I have got other lovely foil dies. As we said before, and I'm sure Craig will show us, we can use our normal dies, but if you want the foil dies like the stag, or similar to the stag, then I've got some here for you. Let's feel festive. We were talking earlier on softer side actually about if you do want to make kind of your bags and your purses for people at Christmas, you really should get started pretty soon. These would be beautiful. I've got Silent Night for you. I've got Celebrate. In fact, I'll show you the back of these so you can see. I've got Celebrate the Season. Let's be totally honest. That could actually be for kind of anything, right? That could be like Celebrate Easter or Celebrate Spring.
Absolutely.
Silent Night, how cute and quirky for someone who's just had a baby.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Like a little bit tongue-in-cheek. Season's Greetings. We've got your stag there as well. We've got the first Noel. Then I've also got for you your Jingle Bells. bringing to you as well, I love this one, and this is Defos and all year rounder. Defos, sorry, that was very, definitely an all year rounder. Look at that. This beautiful border scene with these sort of, you know, forestry design. Really great. You've got a little stag in there as well, so it's like quite Nordic, really pretty. I've then got this one, which is like joy that fizzes off at the top. It sort of fizzes over. It's wonderful. And then this one is going to foil fabulously. It is the holly detail. So all of those, 9 pieces in total. This one, by the way, by itself, because it's one of our large ones, $29.99 or $39. So these are genuinely pennies or cents each. That's like 77% that you treat yourself to. If you would like it, now is definitely your chance. If we sold like another 5 or 10, we would be limited on this one, just to let you know. Okie dokie, let's talk panels now. Panels, beautiful elements in this that you can create, well, sort of frames almost to your designs. This one that I'm starting with has got a lovely floral feel to it. I'll show you at the back actually, it's a bit easier to see, isn't it? So you've got all these flora and fauna, you've got roses that are kind of unfurling, great for Mother's Day, which isn't miles away. Let's go super modern now with, these ones. Oh, I love these. You can see the kind of detail you'll get there. Dots, dashes, almost got sort of a geometric feel about it. You could overlay these, you could put them in different angles, it's totally up to you. This is a really bold one. It's a nice sizable piece, this one. So we are looking now at your blossoming borders. This one is around about 3.1 inches by 8.6. So you can see a really nice size there. Let's bring to you now a few of your corner ones. I love the idea of these. If you were to foil over, you know, a corner piece of card that you'd maybe done with your ultimate, to be like little holders for your photographs. You just need maybe, you know, one in 2 or 3 corners. Slot your photos in. It's a really nice design. And the same on this one actually, for memory books and photo books. It's just nice little edges. You could even foil quite a few on a night, pop them in a box and then use them when you needed. So all of these, remembering that it does say 5 die panel selection, but you're actually getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dies in total for just $25.96 or $42.06. So all of those are in there as well. You're saving yourself nearly £14 or nearly $23. Don't forget, get your questions in if you've got them. People are asking of different demonstrations. We'll hand them over in a moment. For now, though, let's see what Craig's hiding behind the desk. He's giving me a thumbs up.
Do you know what I was doing?
Go on.
I thought, let's just dive straight in and let's do some foiling onto glitter card.
Lovely.
But I was just looking for glitter card. But
Oh, right, perfect. Okay, well,
so, So for anyone that has issues with the glitter card, you're not doing anything wrong. Glitter card, as I said not that long ago, it is an absolute nuisance to foil with. It's all to do with the texture, it's to do with the layering itself, because it's not just like a standard cardstock, is it? You know, you've got your backing, you've got kind of like an adhesive layer throughout the middle, you've got your grains over the top, and then that special process that they use to stop it from shedding, if it's, that was a close one, shedding without it then coming off in your hands.
Yes.
So what we're going to do with this one here is with the glitter card, I do like to use a shim to bulk it out, and that's just pushing more of the pressure. So I'm just using a piece of the actual shim I used before, and you can reuse these. It's not as if you need to do a new one each time if you are using your normal white smooth stamping card. So let's go for the jingle bells for this one here, and then we can then go in and then go back to reset. We're going to go up. Oh, there we go. Push it back in. And then for this one, with your glitter card, you do want to go quite high. So we're going to go all the way up to 50.
Okay.
So we're going to go 50 seconds. So this is then between the combination of the layers, but then also bulking it out with your cardstock and the time. This is then going to help foil with. What I do need to do is leave that a moment or two because it's on red, because I hadn't quite pushed it in. So it's on red, which lets me know that it is heating up. So I tell you what, let's just show you a few finished samples for a second.
The stag.
And then once it heats up, it'll go green and it'll also beep to let me know.
Lovely.
But with the stag that we showed you before, you know, I know within the sets we've got some borders that you can be using throughout the show. We'll do all your different mediums. Then what we could be doing is little gift bags as well.
Cute.
How cute is that? With,
Yeah.
with the sentiment, or it could be any of it. Could be the border maybe, or one of the corners if you wanted to.
Yeah.
It could be one of your normal wafer thin dies that you're going to foil with. We'll show you that shortly. But again, you can then start to incorporate backgrounds. Foil onto your acetate. There we go, it's beat to say it. Let's just show you a few more. But then onto fabrics, whether it's cottons, whether it's satins, maybe you're going to do them onto balsa wood that you can do. Lots of different things. Let's just do one more here with the border as well.
Great.
So much things, acetate, vellums, loads and loads, mirror card or things such as, maybe you've got your adorable scoreable, your Centura Pearl, lots and lots of things. Right, what we're going to do now is let's go in and let's take our, let's use some, I've got, now this is mine, this is all my foils that I've got, and I've just popped some of them in a little box that I bought out of one of the inexpensive stores. So let's go in, let's tell you what, let's go in with turquoise with this one. I was looking for berry red, but I must have used all my berry red. So let's go in with this one, and then I can cut that to size while this is heating up. So once again, we're going to go in, I'm popping it onto my platform here. I'm going to press start, and then I'm going to put my carbon plate over the top, and this gives me enough time to get my foil ready. There we go.
I love that colour.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is as well, is doing that technique I showed you before with the waste, instead of it being waste, that could have just been a sheet of your foil.
Yeah.
Foil that onto your cardstock, and then you can die cut that out if you wanted to. Die cut your foiled sheet out. You can do that.
That's
'Cause
great.
it is such a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. So it's doing the countdown, waiting on that going all the way down. Glitter card that we're doing, bringing that in, what we've done with my additional layer, which is here. So let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take this one off. We're going to go in, pop our foil on. Once again, it is shiny side facing down. We're going to position that into place here. Let's go straight on with our cardstock to bulk it out. We're going to slide that one out, and we're going to run that one through. We're going to go through, and this, if you've tried this at home, this might not work first time round. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sweating about it, because all that we need to do is, if it's missed any bits, we need to come along and we need to refoil it, but then what we're going to do is bulk it out even more.
Great.
So let's come along. So here we go. So this is what we call underfoiling.
Yeah.
So see how it started to foil
Yeah.
all the way round, but it's missed out the middle there?
Yes.
And I know so many at home will be like, Craig, that's
That
what happens to
happens,
me.
yeah.
That's what happens to me. So then you absolutely have permission to play about with your layers.
Yeah.
Play about with it. So what I'm going to do is let's reset it. Let's just go straight up to a minute.
Yeah.
And then we're going to always let it heat up again. Don't go straight back in. Let it heat up.
Yeah.
So what we can do is we're going to pop that one on, press start.
Yeah.
We're going to do what we've done before, but I'm going to bulk it out a bit more, Becky. I'm going to do two sheets.
2 sheets of that. Okay.
So do 2 sheets. So as I say, this is where so many of your mediums you're going to foil as it says within the matrix. But some of them that's not in the matrix, you know, you're going to have a little bit of a play, and you'll get familiar with the times of the mediums that you use quite a lot.
Yeah.
So then if you are thinking of, oh, what about doing, you know, a certain fabric or something, give it a shot. You know, all that's going to happen is then just not foil with.
Yeah.
But it's trial and error with things like your glitter cards, anything that's textured.
Got you.
So we're going to come in again. Let's get our foil ready to go. And then let's take this one off.
I have got some foil rolls coming up for you in a bit, if you wish.
We do indeed. And it's good because we've got the paper craft foil that you would think the multi-surface foil, that's what you need to foil onto multi-surfaces. But you don't. You actually use your paper craft foil, which is fab. So I've got my 2 sheets of cardstock, so that's 300 GSM times 2. So let's slide this one out, and we're going to run that through.
Don't forget, if you have just got a normal Gemini, we have got the extender plates on the show for you today if you want them.
And we'll be using that shortly as well. We're going to go between the 2 of them so that you can see.
Fabulous.
So let's go in. So let's then take, good thing as well, so it gives you a nice emboss as well if you wanted to.
Ooh.
So let's try it again, and then we can then bring this one on. So it's working.
Yay!
But see how it's now done the opposite.
Overfoiled.
It's gone in and overfoiled. So what that says to me, a minute was right, but maybe it was too much thickness, you know. So again, play about with it. If it is glitter card, as I said a moment ago, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just that it is your glitter card material. So let's start to play about. And then, so what am I going to do? We're going to keep it, let's keep it at a minute, but then, tell you what, no, I'm not. Let's bring it back down to 50.
Okay.
Let's go back down to 50, but I'm going to keep it double.
Okay.
So we're going to press start, and then we are working this together.
Perfect.
We're doing it together, and that's why I didn't want to come here with demos prepped with my little notes saying low, 50 seconds, this, the next thing. Things change. I wasn't sure if it would be overly warm in here or cold in here, and I just thought, let's go on, let's do it live, let's answer your questions. If it works, great. If not, we'll overcome it together.
Troubleshoot
and we'll
it together.
show you how you can do it. And let you see, I'm going higher, I'm going lower, I'm adding extra pressure. It's not going to damage it. It's just trial and error to get certain materials. This isn't going to happen for every material. It's just your glitter card, which really, really is a fussy material.
And I suppose if you're at home in a room that is generally the same temperature, once you know it, you know it. It's just because you're in and out, and sometimes the doors in here are open and closed.
Exactly.
Once you know your timing in your craft room, you know your timing generally, don't you?
100%. And the thing is, I'm pretty much just throwing my foil on. What you're wanting to do as well is you're going to cut your foil more to size, which I've just done there. And then that just means you don't have excess foil, you know, sitting on the surface all the way around that then is going to foil with.
Yeah.
So
we have had some questions and comments through. I'll pop them to the lovely Craig in a little bit.
No problem. So let's take this one off. Let's take this one. And now, I think it's done the same. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So what I'm going to do, Becky, is I'm going to do it one more time.
Yeah.
But let's do it 50, but let's just do
singular.
Singular.
Cool.
Singular?
Yeah, I know what you meant. All the singular ladies, all the singular ladies. Anyway, I have had a question.
Yes.
And it says, question, could you cut shapes out of foil and foil them on waist style?
Absolutely, you can do.
Perfect.
Yeah. It might be, in some cases, it might be a little bit difficult to cut your foil to a certain shape because obviously it's very, very thin. But if you can do it, then yeah,
do it.
Absolutely, you can do.
Great stuff. Paula has said, please can you demonstrate how to foil press a die cut piece? I have so many ordinary dies. Thank you.
Absolutely, we're going to be doing that, no problem at all. Both the actual die itself and the die cut piece itself. We're going to be doing that as well. Actually, we'll probably do it just shortly.
Oh, love that. Tim is saying, what's the difference between the two types of foil, please?
So, let's just get this one going, and what I'm going to do, Becky, is let's do that again.
Yeah.
Let's cut it. What I do when I'm at home, before I pop my foil press stamp on my platform, I sit it on top of my foil and roughly cut around it.
Got you.
So I get
good
more
size.
of an accurate shape. So let's pop this one on. Plus, what's happening as well is this has now been sitting on the heat for an extra, what's that now, about 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds now.
Yeah.
So that all adds to it. But let's go there, we're getting there. So your multi-surface foil, I'm not sure kind of material-wise what's the difference between the multi-surface and the paper craft. Multi-surface one is one that's based so that you can then foil onto real leather. So let's take,
Look at that.
Absolutely spot on there. Look at that.
Oh,
so
that's
that was
amazing.
50 seconds.
Yep.
And that was just one layer of 300 GSM. So what I would say to you is at home, try it that way. If you still get a little bit of overfoiling, reduce it a little bit. If you then get a little bit of underfoiling, increase it a little bit. Make sure your foil press stamp is, you put it on and then you layer up as soon as it beeps. Cut your foil to the size that you need. Don't have excess, otherwise you've seen what's happened there. But that was the absolute key reason as to why we wanted to do the demos by you asking, so that you can see this happens to me. Please don't think that I get perfect results every single time. Sometimes it happens to me, but by doing 3 or 4 steps together, you've seen how you can overcome it. You absolutely have permission to play about with the layers, play about the time, till you get the result that you want.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Craig. Or Craig Glitterball. Craig Glitterball.
Glitter ball.
No. All right, work on another one. What about foil roll? Crawl? Right, no, okay. You don't get it, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Craig, these are foil rolls. Crawl.
Crawl.
Don't worry, I've got
that
better
reminds
ones.
me
I've
of the
got better
film
ones.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Crawl,
yeah.
the Warrior King.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, that is such a good film.
Brilliant.
Don't worry, I've got others. Some of them are better. Some of them aren't. I've got for you some wonderful foils that I can bring to you now. These are your paper craft foils. So just like the foils that Craig has been working with himself, we are bringing to you 5 different colours in here. You do get 2 colours in with your kit and collection, but trust me, you're going to become quickly obsessed and you're going to want plenty. So let me just show you, just in case you're brand spanking new, just how much of this you get, because it doesn't look like a lot, but when you see just how fine the foil itself is and how much you do get oodles on here. So this one you are going to be getting is your disco ball that we're bringing to you. And you are getting 126 millimetres in thickness. You're getting 5 metres worth of this stuff. Now, if you bear in mind that the size of that, well, what, 1/4 of a metre? You know, from one roll, you're going to get plenty. As well as that, I'm bringing to you your silver shimmer. It's a bit like disco ball, but the shimmer elements are more dainty. Then I've got for you our wonderful icicle. Icicle is one of those that looks oh so cool and relaxing when you have it in the kind of bag or whatever, the box. But when you actually use this, it looks so incredible, especially against dark cards. Look at that, can you see it? It's like confetti. It's almost a little bit like, you know, koi carp, when they sort of glide underneath the water and they shimmer a lot in their scales. That's a bit what that one's like. I've then got your Very Berry, which is a really nice hot red. And then I've got your gold shimmer as well. So you can see it's lovely in gold, but then it's got that pearlescence to it, or luminosity. All of those ones today, saving 1/3, all in one place. Treat yourselves whilst they're on offer today. They're a really lovely collection. It's nice that you've got a little bit of something for everyone. Oakley Pokley. We know full well that I have got less than 30 of this bundle available. We know full well that if we've not sold out of the mystery bags yet, we're probably about that close. We're going to give you just a couple of moments for you to check out your basket so that you can sit back, relax and chill with us on your Friday. Whilst we do that, check out these quick buys.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours. I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome back to Crafters TV. Now, you have been doing your job beautifully of messaging in questions and things you'd like demoed. We will absolutely get onto those. Do keep those coming in, and other than that, it's your job sorted for the night. Sit back, relax and enjoy the show. My job for the night is to obviously show you some products, but mainly, most importantly, come up with names that are related to the Foilpress to do with Craig. I'm just gonna, as opposed to just setting him up with them like Kroll before, Craig, Foil, Roll, Kroll, it didn't seem to work, so I'm just gonna sort of drop them in casually, so do keep your ears peeled because I've got some good ones. We have not just got those jobs on the go, we have also got Craigle, who is showing us loads and loads of makes. And the wonderful thing that we are going to be making up today is with our foil and with the demonstrations that you suggested. Before that, though, it's limited stock alerts.
It is indeed.
What's in there?
Let's have another look to see what you're going to be getting here. Now, you're going to be getting 4 rolls of foil. Now you're going to be getting one of your multi-purpose foils so that you've got within your stash. Being completely honest with you, I've only got a handful in my stash because I never really use it. I always use the paper craft foil. It says paper craft, but you're going to be using that for vellums, for acetates, Centura Pearl, mirror card, satin, faux leather. You're going to be using the paper craft foil. So you're going to be getting the 4 of them. Now these are about $4.99 each as it is, you know, and then they're 5 meters in length on both of them, all 4 of them. Then what we're doing is we're going to be giving you a set of tweezers. Now if you've got the foil press, that'll be why you are going for the mystery bag, but you never are you not going to be using 2 of them. Use one for your crafting, you know, picking up your normal dies once you drop them on the floor, or just picking bits up. Always handy to have 2. Then what we've got is we've got some foil press sentiment. So we've got RSVP and we've also got save the date. Then what we've got within this one here, so you've got your butterfly. It's actually called Dream Big within this one. So that confetti explosion all the way around the back, that foils. The sentiment that says dream, that foils, but the actual butterfly, that actually die cuts out that center aperture. So you could raise it up, you can create an aperture if you want to, or, as I'm away to show you in a moment, with it being a wafer thin die, you can foil with it if you want. Then what we've got is we've got a foil and cut. Now with your Art Deco one, this is a gorgeous shape that you can maybe pop your toppers in if you want, because the outside and the inside, it die cuts, while the remaining design foils. Then we've got our border and corner, and we've got our additional border and corner as well. So all of these, as I said a moment ago, these would sell at $4.99 each here in the UK. So they are, if you were buying them individually, there's 20 quid just on the foils as they are, but you're getting that whole lot. So whether it's for yourself or you want to dish out, you know, give them as gifts for anyone else that you know that's got the foil press, brilliant, absolutely
perfect, isn't it? Thank you very much for that, Craigle Bagel, or as I sometimes call you, Craigle Bagold.
Can I just say, at home, I've shown this once before, but you might not know, got my Crafter's Companion cup. We've got Craigle Bagel.
Yay! Craigle
So our
Bagel.
Nicola put that on there, but she has taken that from you call me Craigle Bagel.
Craigle Bagold. Yeah. Gold. Craigle Bagold.
Okay, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Literally the 5th time I've said it, and it's the 1st time I've had a reaction. Don't worry, I've got better ones. Don't worry, I'm just going to throw them in.
You know how we say people go in a colouring coma? I go in a foil press coma.
Do you?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And what a great excuse to not hear my excellent pun. We have got the foil press on for you. If you are in the US, we haven't had it in stock properly for ages. It is back in stock. It is therefore low in stock because lots of people who've been waiting for it have treated themselves tonight, and quite rightly with that massive discount. You have got something which you're saving yourself nearly $100 on, let's be completely honest here, or nearly £76. If you do and seize the moment, it's everything that you're getting in there, including the likes of the bag and the tools that you need. And as a reminder, you can craft onto denim, cotton fabrics, craft card, black card, vellums. You can, move that so you can see it, you can craft away to your heart's content and add that extra little elegance and, if I'm totally honest, look of expense. Now I know that might sound a little bit weird, but do you know sometimes when you go into shops and you see like the normal cards that are maybe a couple of quid, yeah? But then you see the cards that have things like vellum in them. Oh, there's a little bit more expensive, right? The vellum inserts. But then you see ones that are like vellum inserts with foil. They're always like the top shelf, most expensive ones, aren't they? And there's usually only 2 or 3 of those to choose from, right? you can create your own extra special look. And it doesn't just have to be the likes of Vellum, it can be with cards, fabric, it can be with your own inked papers. So it's a fabulous bit of kit. If you do want to seize the moment, there is the whole kit and caboodle, there is your details, and you can just pop on in that to our website. If you've got any questions, do not forget to get in touch. I will throw some of these questions at Craig now. You may well answer them later on. But Charlotte has said, Craig, can you foil something with the fabric foil if you get a chance?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Carol, a different Carol, has said, can you 3D emboss with an embossing folder and then foil?
So the thing with that, what you need to keep in mind is when you foil, it goes through the junior. So if you emboss your cardstock and then put a layer of foil on and feed it back through, what you're going to do is you're going to squash it.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest you do is do your foiling first. So foil flat onto a piece of cardstock or material and then emboss it. What I would just say, just to point out though, keep in mind if you are doing a 3D one, it may crack some of the layers, the top part of your foil. Go along afterwards with maybe some ink or some gilding wax or something like that, maybe just to cover up. But if you do it the other way around, you're passing it through the Gemini, so therefore you're going to flatten your emboss.
Got you, perfect. Another one from Ruth is, can we ask Craig to show the icicle foil on something? I would love to see it used.
100%. What we'll do at some point throughout the show is we'll use that with a foil press stamp, and then it's a really good one to show you a resist effect, how you can come along with your water reactive inks or blending inks over the top, and then therefore you ink the cardstock, but your foil, it resists the ink.
Perfect.
Looks fab. So yeah, we'll look
Great.
at that shortly
Thank you,
as well.
Craig.
Just to say, you can do that with any of your foils, but of course with the icicle look, it just gives you more of a clearer Aurora Borealis look with that colour all the way around. Right, this time I thought what we'll do is let's focus on our normal dies that you're going to have around the house. And I thought at this point we'll do two. So I thought let's do sentiment dies that so many of you have got at home. And then I thought what we'll do is a relatively new
I love those ones.
Absolutely
I love them.
We're going to foil with us. And I'm going to foil onto black cardstock, so that if there's any little bits that are missing or any little bits that are a mistake, you're going to see it.
Cool.
That's why we don't do black a lot when it comes to the foil press, because that's where little mistakes are seen.
Right.
But we're going to do it to show you.
Cool. Love it.
So for this one, I thought as well as showing you your wafer thin dies, let's mix it up and let's do it onto some, and I had it to hand here, some of Hunky Dory's Mirror Card. So I've got Hunky Dory's Mirror Card here, and I've got one of our special friends, and this is our sentiment. Now, Mirror Card is in the matrix that we can see here. It says for a small one, 20 seconds, but I know that I need about 25 seconds for mine.
Okay.
So playing with that time on the foil press. And what I'm going to show you at this point as well, because for demonstration purposes, I always have it plugged in. We don't have the luxury of time to let it heat up every time. So if I tip it upwards, can you see that my plate is buckling, and therefore my foil press, my stamp isn't flush? So this is what to watch for, because if it's not flush, if it's not touching the heat, it's not going to heat up the same. So that's how you can get underfoiling.
Got you.
So to stop that from happening, once you've foiled, just take it away from the heat. It stops the heat running round, and then obviously it's starting to actually turn your platform into a banana.
Cool.
So what I'm going to do is 20 seconds, I'm going to pop that on, I'm going to press start, I'm just going to press down.
Okay.
You don't need to do this at home. I'm simply doing this because it's not fair for me to every couple of weeks get another platform from the company. You know, I'm lucky that I could do that, but I don't want to do it. One, it's not fair, and two, it's ways to show you how to overcome things that will happen, because this will happen months down the line.
Yeah.
More and more you use it, so it will happen, because you can get new actual platform plates.
Got you.
You don't need to replace the whole thing, but if you get to a point that you feel that your actual heat platform is buckling too much, you can buy new ones. So we've got that one, we've got our plate here, and what I've done is I've already cut this to size. So same, even though it's mirror card, we're going to go in, shiny side down. We're going to go on with our carbon plate. We're going to slide this one through. We're going to run that one through. And now this is where, when it was a question earlier on about the nesting dies, if you're using your normal dies, make sure that your actual point of your die is facing up. If you have it facing down, it's going to cut into your platform and it's going to damage it. So that's how you can foil the opposite side of a die. But when it comes to the nesting dies, we're going to show you shortly how you can still foil with them. So if I then come along, and then as we go for that reveal, look at that.
Magical.
So that's gold shimmer that you're getting within your set today.
Yeah, that's so cool.
On Hunky Dory Mirror card. And then the reason as well I wanted to use this one, because we've all got loads of dies, whether it's ours or anyone else's, where you get an outline die as well.
Yes, yeah.
So what I'm going to do here is, let's get my low tack tape. Let's tape this one down. So whereas you would then be die cutting this, this is now taking all of your image dies, sentiment dies, all of these that you've got at home, and you can now be foiling with them. So let me just look for junior plates.
Okay.
So I only need a couple. You can bear with me a second, Becky, because
Yeah,
the plates are all over the
I will,
side here.
absolutely. Yeah, so we've got more questions coming in that, again, I will pose to the lovely Craig in a little bit. Whilst you are there, let me just remind you, because someone was actually asking about foiling platforms and all the rest of it, which again I will ask Craig in a moment. Don't forget, if you have, you treat yourself to this and you're thinking, hang on now, I've not got a junior, you know, I've only got the big one. Don't worry, we have got the plates that will extend it. So the cool thing is you don't have to sort of wait. Basically, I know this isn't kind of the exact way, but you're essentially going to pop this on top to make it a larger size so that you can use it. Now, Craig will show us that a little bit later on, but I thought I'd just make you aware now in case you are watching this going, oh, I want it, but I've only got the larger size of the OG, if you will, the original Gemini. You can still use it. I would just mention it now if you do want to grab it, because as I said before, we've got like less than 30 available. So we will show you that in a little bit. Keep those messages coming through. How's it going?
Yep, got my plates now.
Yes.
So what I've done is I've layered it up on my plates as you would do any normal die. So what we're going to do is running this one through. So certainly if you've got the junior, you can see there how, as many of you know already at home, my foil press sits next to my junior. So it's so easy to then just come along, foil, run it through, die cut it if needed, and then here we go. We've now gone from a paper crafting die, and we've then foiled the sentiment that we can see here.
I love it.
But then don't forget as well, if you wanted to, instead, if you wanted to foil an outline, then do exactly the same as what I've done a moment ago, but then using that one.
Yeah.
So I thought, now that we've done, you know, a relatively small normal die, let's come along now and let's go in with this one being, this one is the Chantilly. So what we need to do within this one here is we need to just act as though this is a normal foil press stamp.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Yes, it's a normal die, but let's just, you're going to look at the matrix as if it is a foil press stamp.
Got you.
Now, as big as this is, technically, you don't need a lot of time, because always remember, with your normal dies, all that you're doing is you're only wanting to heat the tip. You don't need a lot of time on it. So therefore, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come down to 20 seconds.
Okay.
We're going to sit this one on. We're going to do our carbon plate and then press start. And then once again, simply because my plate is bending a little bit, I'm going to just press down.
Okay.
When you get yours, because yours is completely flat, you don't need to do this. And I think what we'll do just shortly is, I'll do this for a little while, so you can see ways to overcome it, but then I'll chop to another plate, because it's not fair that we do it for the whole show.
Okay.
So now that that's beeped, with these dies, just keep in mind that your foil will just
Cover it.
cover it widthwise.
Great.
So it is possible to do it. You just need to make sure that it doesn't move. So then what I'm going to do, and a good way to do this is I create my own little hinge. You've got a little butt edge here. So I pop my cardstock and then I just gently lay it down. And then I do the same with my carbon plate. Press that up, gently lay it down, and then that stops it from moving. Sliding that one out. We're then going to run this one through. Always, well, I was ready to say always hold it till it feeds in. You don't have to, I do. I just like to do it. So now the combination of the time and the heat, with that teeny bit of pressure, we're going to come along, and then, I'm not sure what you can kind of see.
You can sort of see that, yeah.
Impression.
Little texture. Wow.
There we go. Now, can you see?
Look at that.
See how I've got underfoiling just at the side here?
Oh, yes.
So you've got that
Little bit,
underfoiling.
yeah.
So what we can do, plug it back in.
Yeah.
I'm going to come up to 25 seconds, and then I'm going to do exactly the same. We're going to come along. Let's just do our countdown. I'm going to get my foil to size.
Okay.
And then what I am just going to do, once again, Becky, is I'm just going to hold it down. And then what we can do is then jump. When we go back to you, I'll speak very nicely to Jake.
Right.
And actually, I spied a new platform just to the side.
Have you? I've got a question about platforms that I'll
Yeah.
ask you in a minute. if
Okie
you
doke.
want.
So doing this one here. So now that that's beeping, then let's just take another piece of cardstock and then let's come along. And I said this the last time we'd done a foil press one. With little bits, for instance, like the glitter card,
Yeah.
and now this.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you come on, things don't go right. You worry and you start to sweat. But it's one of those things, it's going to happen for you. It still happens for me. So this is why I was like, let's go in and let's just do it live.
Yeah.
Any little bits that we need to rectify, it's good to show you. We don't want to be coming on here and saying to you, it's never a little bit of trial and error. There's always going to be a little bit, and then let's do it together. So then we can come along as well and then peel that one off.
Swit, swoo. Right to the
Look
edge.
at that. Now look at that.
Love
So
it.
going in with all your little drops, maybe your little gem. Try to tilt that so that the light sees
Gorgeous.
it all edge to edge. Here we go. But that is now a normal wafer thin die. So we've gone from a large one, or we've actually gone from a small one
Yeah.
onto mirror card
Yeah.
here, and then gone into black card with gold,
That's
and we've
great.
foiled edge to edge. Doesn't just have to be Crafter's Companion, it could be any of them, as long as it's a wafer thin die, which, I don't know, 85% of
yeah.
dies out there are wafer thin dies.
That is absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. I think that's great. We've had a message in from Alicia saying,
Yes.
for the panel dies, can you foil press once the image has been cut into the card?
Absolutely, you can do.
That's handy.
Tell you what, we'll come back and we'll do that next while we're still on a roll with the normal dies. So
Gorgeous.
once we've done what we need to do and reset up, then what we can do is we'll do that next.
Perfect. Mackenzie has messaged in saying, can the large foiling platform be used with the standard foil press base? Can the large foiling platform be used with the standard foil press base?
Yes. So we did do, I don't know if it's still in stock, I don't think it is, but we did do a large foiling platform. So basically what it just meant is it meant that you didn't have to then use the extender plate. It was like I'm using, but it was a larger one.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was intended to work with the original Gemini. It won't work with the Junior, because obviously it's a lot bigger, but yeah, it's the same base that it plugs into.
Perfect. That's great. Thank you so much. Okay, we have got loads more to come. It's really busy right now, so we do just want to take 2.5 minutes-ish to just make sure that we've still got certain things that we need left in stock. So whilst we'll do that, you check out your baskets if you've got anything in there, and let's find out, in case you are new, a few more of the fantastic features this foil press has.
The Gemini foil press has arrived. Professional and luxurious hot foil letterpress can now be achieved in your own home with our innovative foil press system. This clever machine has been designed with so many fabulous and unique features, and it really does take paper and mixed media crafting to an exciting new level. Delivering professional looking foiling results using a hot press technique that ensures crisp, clean images. Perfect for stationery, invitations, party decorations, home decor, and so much more. The Foilpress is the only hot foiling system that uses a silicon plate, and we've created a plate that has edge-to-edge heat, so no matter where you place the dies, the heat will be the same. There are no cold spots or hot spots, just one consistent temperature, which again ensures perfectly foiled results every time you use it. Fast heat up reduces wait time, making projects faster to complete. The innovative foil stamp and cut dies allows you to do exactly that, creating professional quality hot stamping, and they work on everything from paper, fabric, cardstock to leather, vinyl, balsa wood and more. Don't waste any of your foil, as you can use the negative foil left over to create another project. With any machine that involves the use of heat, safety features are an absolute priority. The Foilpress has been fitted with a built-in cool-down feature that kicks in when the machine has been in use for a lengthy amount of time. There is also an automatic shut-off feature that will turn the machine off if the heated platform has been engaged for 25 minutes and not used. Everything needed comes in the box, including a handy manual which gives you all the time and temperature settings for the dies, so you can start foiling straight away. The Gemini Foilpress, made by crafters, for crafters.
Really cool bit of kit, isn't it? If you do fancy it, it is still available. You may well want to treat yourself to some extra foil stamps or foil dies if you wish, and I'm bringing to you the foil stamp die collection. Now, I've got 5 packs for you, but it's actually 9 of them in total. So we have got the opportunity here for the Provence border and corner. I have also got for you this wonderful border and corner, which has kind of lots of lovely tendrils and dot work. I've got this one for you, which is really bold as well. Then I've got these ones. These are 3 individual ones. So you've got kind of dots and dashes, and you've also got the I don't know, it's almost like Aztec a bit, isn't it? And then I've got this one here, which if I show you the back, you'll be able to see is this lovely floral detail. So you are getting 1, 3, 1, 2, 2, totaling 9 in total, and it is just £25.96 or $42.06. So do seize the moment on those ones if you so wish. We've had a question about these, have we? Oh, yeah. What was the question? For the panel dies, can you foil press once the image has been cut into the card? Well, let us find out from Craig Laird. What? Craig Laird.
What you said, foil?
I'm basically trying to put Craig Laird and squeeze foil in it.
Craig?
Laird.
Foil Laird.
Yeah.
Foil Laird. Craig Foil Laird.
This is highly disappointing because that was my best one so far. Yeah, it's my best one so far. It's all right, I'll keep working on it. It's cool.
You're losing your touch.
All right. Let's hand over to just plain old Craig.
It doesn't sound right when you just call me Craig, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Does
it feels weird to say.
Feels weird. Yeah, it's not nice.
I might start with Kroll, which seems to be the favourite so far.
The warrior king. Rightio. So what I've done is, just while Becky was chatting under that VT, is I've gone in with one of our floral lattices and I've just die cut it out. So this could be any die cut. This could be any die cut from any manufacturer, even your big thick dies. It is basically a die cut out of white smooth stamping card. So what I'm going to do now is we are basically doing the exact same technique as the waste technique, but instead of a plain piece of cardstock, we're just using a decorative piece. So therefore, I've gone back to my 1 minute, 10 seconds. Now, it doesn't matter if I'm foiling a larger die cut piece or a small sentiment, I will always do it at the same 1 minute, 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in, So we're going to go in with our foil. I'm going to go in with cerise for a change. So shiny side down. And then what I'm going to do is the side that I want to foil, we're going to face downwards. Then what we're going to do is, once again, we're going to come in with our shims. So we're going to go in, I'm just using our white smooth stamping card. The reason we do the shims, one, to bulk it out, but two, any of this excess foil, what will happen is it'll go onto your shim and not on your carbon plate, which is good. So we're going to pop that one on, and then remember we need our magnetic shim from our Gemini Junior. So we're going to press that one onto place. We're then going to do the countdown. So you'll have seen a few techniques now, whereas I pop my foil press stamp on, Becky, and then I press start, let it come to temperature, then I do my layers of foil, carbon plate, and then feed it through. But this is the only one where you layer them all up at once and then pop it through.
Pamela's asked, can you use multi-surface foil on paper too?
You can do, but what you need to do is you actually really do need to ramp up the time quite a lot.
Okay.
I always keep forgetting to ask Leanne or one of the girls on product development or one of the guys, what's in it that makes one better for real leather, whereas the other one works better for all mediums, not just paper craft as it is. So yes, you can use your multi-surface foil on paper and cardstock, but you need to ramp up the time when it comes to do that.
Perfect, thank you very much.
No problem at all. So we're down to the last 10 seconds now, so we can then run this one through. So maybe you can't invest in your different foil cardstocks, your mirror cards or mirror cards, but you've got a lot of the foils. Then what you can then do is come along, foil your die cuts, or as we've said before, you can then just foil it. Instead of that die cut, that could be a plain flat sheet of white stamping card. Foil that, then go in and die cut it.
Ah, okay.
So let's bring this one. We're going to remove all of our layers. So we're going to remove it. So this is, of course, our cardstock that we've bulked out.
Lovely.
All that I'm doing is I'm just flexing it a little bit. We can then peel it off, because I don't want to peel the full backing off at first. That's the waste.
Ooh.
But again, if you want to
That
maybe
was
come around
great.
with your trimmer and then cut that one out. So if we take this one, I'm going to do it here so that this is going to really let you see it against the white. So if I come in here, take one corner, peel away.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that.
From
So-
a plain piece of white card.
Exactly. Plain piece of white card that we've now come along and we've foiled into that cerise.
Gorgeous.
Isn't it? Now you would think that was something like fuchsia mirror card or mirror card, whereas we've now foiled it. So once again, think of your backgrounds, think of your sentiments, think of your borders, think of your edgeables, all these sorts of things now that you can be doing. But as long as it fits on that platform and fits in the junior, good to go.
Love that. That's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? And don't forget, even if it doesn't fit in the junior, if you've got sort of the right kind of plates or whatever, then you might be all right. I will just remind you that you have got, as well as the lovely dies, which are your panel dies that we've just shown, if you do want to stock up on your foils, we've got a selection of foils as well, including the likes of your silver shimmer, your disco ball. I don't know why I said it like that. That was really strange. I've got your icicle as well, which is so lush. I've got your berry, and I've got your gold shimmer, which is, you can sort of see it there, can't you? It's almost holographic. It's really cool. Discount on those, 30% saving if you fancy it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 metres worth in total you're going to get as part of that bundle. So definitely, because if you're anything like me, when you try something new, you really get into it, right? Or even if you maybe haven't pulled out your foil press machine in a while, getting things like this for when you do, it can be quite good, because you can become a little bit sort of crafty obsessed, can't you? So that is your opportunity to seize the moment on those if you so wish. Hello to, I've got loads of you in with us today. Hello to Ruth, hello to Carol, I've got Charlotte in, hello to Tracy. Tracy says, there's an item which has proved impossible to foil press, is the letters/numbers that have the floral stamp entwined I always get foil in the place where the stamp goes. Any tips? Reduce the time? Question mark?
I'm trying to think now. I think I know what that is. So it was a set of alphabet and numbers. What you would do is you would foil and it would give you partial of the letter.
Right.
And there was a stamp that came with it.
Right.
And then where the remaining area that doesn't foil, it's kind of got a shaped outline that you come along and you stamp on top.
Okay,
and then it gives you that look. I'm not sure if we've got them in our library. The main man himself is just right out there. Jake, remember our Foilpress alphabets and numbers? You know where we foiled and there was a little stamp with it and we stamped over the top? Do you remember them?
I'll be the inside of Jake's
No,
brain.
do you not remember them? No. What we'll do is when we go to the next break, I'll go through to our library and see if we've still got them through there. And if we do, Foilpress is another unit.
3.
What I'll do then, I know exactly what ones you mean. So tell you what I will do. Over the weekend, I will do a video from home.
Oh, you're a good egg.
Because I've got them at home. So I'll do a video from home, pop it on my Facebook page and show you how you can get a clear result for them.
Perfect. That's great. Jake is now thinking, phew, save
You
me the
don't have to go out in that wind.
I love that. Perfect. Charlotte has asked, Craig, could you use both foils on paper to show us the difference? Question mark.
Yeah, of course I could.
Cool.
Yeah, let's do that. Well, at some point in the show.
Yeah.
What we'll do now is we'll do the last bit at the moment for our normal dies.
Great.
And let's take our matte and layer dies. So this is where we had that question about foiling the opposite side, which of course if you were to do that, you'll end up die cutting in them.
Yeah.
So let's take these ones. So these are my 5x7, because what we're going to do is let's bring in one of these cute little images.
Oh.
So this is from Hunky Dory's Muddy Paws. So what I'm going to do is let's pop that to the side at the moment. Now we're going to cut one out. So that's the next one down. This is the next one down. That's the next one down. So what we're going to do is let's take the outline we're going to cut with, the inner we're going to cut with. So these ones, what we're going to do is we're going to foil with, Becky.
Okay.
So this will all become apparent in a moment. So what I'm going to do, because these are very, very thin, I'm going to go to 15 seconds.
Okay.
So let's move that out the way. Let's move that one out the way. I'm going to then get my cardstock, and is that going to be enough for me to cut afterwards? Yes, it will. So we've got these two. So what I'm then going to do is let's go in with my foil. Oh, I've got to the end of the gold. So let's go back to our cerise. No, we won't. Let's use our normal gold, because that'll work with the image. So I'm going to take the amount that I need. So the only thing, if you're going to be using your nesting dies, keep in mind a little bit of over foiling in the centre, but we're going to be die cutting the centre out, so I'm not overly concerned. But let's pop this one in to there, and then we're going to do our inner frame here. So let's get them lined up that we can see. So I've got my foil, I've got my cardstock. That's what I've done as well. I've jumped to my original Gemini. So instead of our carbon plate, we're just using our extender plate. And all you do is you just sit it on. You don't, some people think that you tuck it in, but you don't. All that you do is you just sit that on, Becky, and then I'm going to do start.
Perfect.
There we go. So then this is then going to go through our original Gemini. And then this is just heating up the layers. Doesn't need that much because it's only the tip of the die that we need to foil with. So as this one's going to come down, does the countdown. Let's then pop our foil over the top. So this is what I was meaning now, our aperture bit. Keep in mind, you might get a little bit of overfoiling, but if you're going to be doing this, the chances are what you're going to be doing, Becky, is popping a photo on the inner bit or an image or something like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to go in with my smooth cardstock, our extender plate, sliding out as normal. And then what we're going to do when we go into our large Gemini, just make sure that you're kind of lined up, that you've got kind of the same space. It's about 1/2 inch at each side. And then you're going to feed that up relatively straight. And then that's going to go through. It's not going to catch on anything.
Right.
So if you've got the same amount of width at each side, you know it's going to go through absolutely fine. So we can then take this one out. Let's lift this one up. So now, if I then take that off, we've got our frame that you can see here.
Glitzy.
So then, let's come in with that larger one that I was on about. And then we're going to then tape this one down. So let's tape that one all the way around there, and then there. And then what we can do is let's bring in that inner one. And you can play with the layers. You know, I've gone in with the second and the third matte and layer die, but you can, of course, maybe do the largest and then the fourth one in. You have a play yourself.
Okay.
You're going to come up with whatever layer that you want. We're then going to cut this, die cut it the way we would with our normal dies. So let's feed that one up to our large Gemini and pop that one through. So now you're having a look in your crafty stash. You're thinking, right, let's have a look at my mats and layers.
Okay.
We're having a look and we're seeing what can I foil with, what borders can I do, what frames can I do.
Yeah.
So then what we can do is if we take that away, we've now got our foiled frame. That, can you imagine that in maybe like a 10x8 frame or something like a glass frame where you've already got your foil in? Maybe come in, colour if you want to, Zentangle in the middle there if you want to. That's up to you. But then what you can then do is come along, pop that over the top. Let's just use our tape runner for speed. So let's go in. So now your toppers, your backgrounds, maybe your stamped images that you've then coloured in, you've now created your own little frame, foiled frame, that you can then frame whichever way that you like.
Great.
And that just so happens to be the mats and layer dies, but then that could be your scalloped edge mats and layers, that could be the stitched edge, that could be the torn edge, any of your mats and layers, you can then start to create your own little foiled frames with them.
I love that. Isn't that brilliant? Thank you so much for that, Craig. We've got so many questions coming in. Oh, I pressed a button. I'm not very good with technology. We have got Moria has just messaged in saying, I wonder if you can foil press the puzzle piece dies.
No, because they are a mixed media die. So they're a lot thicker. That's how I was saying it needs to be your wafer thin dies, your silver ones. So mixed media dies, no, you can't because they're a lot thicker.
Thank you for the tip. Okay,
welcome.
we have got for you the big collection. If you did want to get your hands on them, then you absolutely can today. We've got, is this the one with Provence? Correct, double checking. So let me bring you some other little elements in here if you so wish to grab your hands on them. We've got plenty in here. 70% saving, you know, on a lot of these. If you do want to grab your hands on them, then you most certainly can. We have got for you lots of different borders and designs here. Don't forget as well that if you did want to treat yourself to any of the foils, I've got that big 5-pack of them so you can create those kind of details and looks. I mean, I love the idea of doing like this kind of border maybe with your silver shimmer, just because there's going to be bits of it that are quite bold, so you're going to be able to see the delicate area of it. So if you do want them, again, discount deal on your screen. We are so low in stock on the mystery bag that we're going to have another little reminder-roo of it. If you do not want to know what is in your mystery bag because it's a mystery, look away now, fingers in ears, la 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 la, for approximately, minute and a half, I'd say. Craig, I'm with you.
Let's have a look and see what's inside. If maybe you're just tuning in and you're lucky that you have managed to have a teeny little bit left. So what we've got within our mystery bag is we're giving you 4 rolls of foil. So you're getting 3 that are paper craft, Aurora that is multi-surface. So what we've got here is your Aurora multi-surface, you've got your turquoise, which is your papercraft, disco ball, which is your papercraft, and your berry, which is also your papercraft as well. They're worth £4.99, £4.99, so there's your £20 already with just these ones. You're going to be getting your tweezers. Now, if you're buying this, it means you've got Foilpress or you've bought one, so you will already get one of these in your actual Foilpress starter set. However, you cannot be without two. Tweezers are always going to come in handy. Then what we've got is we've got our border and corner. We've got an additional border and corner. We're giving you your dark grey. So that is your foil and cut. So the actual detail will foil, but the outer and the inner will die cut out. We're giving you the RSVP. So this one foiled your sentiment, foil your save the date, and then you're also getting your butterfly, your dream. So then this one here, you've got your confetti explosion, which foils. You've then got your sentiment dream that foils, and then you've got your butterfly that die cuts out and creates a butterfly aperture. But as you've seen already, if you did want to then just foil with, then you absolutely can do it as well. So that is what you're getting. But once again, I don't want to sound like a parrot, but once again, these foils, these are worth £4.99 each, or I think, my notes, around about $4 or something like that. So they're roughly, there we go, roughly round about 20 quid. In actual fact, the Art Nouveau, that's worth $24.99 on its own, or $30. So there you go. So there's that. 20, yeah, so there we go. So basically what it's like, and this is me saying it, the way that I think of it is you're buying them and you're getting the rest for free.
Yeah.
You know, give or take a couple of pennies or cents. So
yeah,
awesome.
Brilliant, isn't it? If you do want to treat yourself to the mystery bag, if you are, you can listen back now. We have got so many goodies coming up. We have got more demos. We have got more of your questions. We've got more... Sorry, I just saw something out the corner of my eye then, which is a message from Rosalind, and at a very quick glance, my brain said, I love the boxer's pick. It was the boxer dog. Yeah, that's not what I was thinking. Whilst you've got that image in your mind, should we head on into a break? We have got loads more demos coming up, and it's a perfect time for you to check out your baskets, purely because some elements we have literally got like 5 or 6 left off. So feel free to do that. Let's come back with more craft and more questions after this.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day. Quick Buy. All your crafty must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30°, 45°, and 60° angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy. All your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hello, welcome back to Masterclass here at Crafters TV. Woohoo! I have just realised that this looks like I'm pretending to read a book because this is upside down.
I was about to say, yeah.
But the thing is, I've just glued my notes on the upside down, so I am still reading things.
Silly Billy.
What am I like? But it's because of our tape pens. They just stuck it too well, so I couldn't fix it. Anyway, it's lovely to be with you today. My name's Becky, and we, as you can tell, have got Craigle in with us today. How you doing, Craigle?
I'm doing good.
What was that little dance move you just threw then?
Well, no, it wasn't. It was kind of like...
It was more of a staying alive, wasn't it?
Could have been worse. It could have been what if you've seen my my reel on Instagram. My reel, I showed you it.
I thought it was TikTok.
Well, sorry, yeah, I done it on TikTok and then I put it on my Instagram, yeah. And I actually clipped the end because it had me coming out like this and then I was just doing, like the models do, but then it looked like, it was so calm.
All
that I
of
thought,
that.
nah, let's just clip it, so it didn't.
Oh, I don't think you should have, because the shirt in itself is so manly. I think it pulled it off.
Thanks, Becky.
Any hoops.
Tinder profile. Do you feel that?
Boyfriend material.
Absolutely.
Highly flammable.
Highly flammable, yeah.
We have got for you... Professional. We have got for you today the Foilpress Masterclass. So many of you have been messaging in. We have looked at loads of different things. How to foil with foil stamp dies, how to foil with waste, how to foil with your normal dies that you've got loads of. We have got so many more techniques on their way, so fling those ideas at us, and if we can, we will squeeze them into our show. Just as a reminder, the Foilpress machine with the bag, with some foils, you're getting 3 foil rolls, with tweezers, with grips, and with so much more. You buy the tool, you get the rest for free today, which is a really special opportunity. So if you do want to seize the moment on that, Absolutely do. We have had foils separately on the show for you. We have had dyes separately on the show for you. We have talked about lots of different pieces and elements you can work your foil onto. And we've got more demos to come as well. So do stay tuned. And don't forget, you can get social with us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If you want to, just drop us a message and we will try and read it out and try and help you out if we possibly can. What are we up to next, Craig?
I had that question about can I foil with the icicle foil to let you see.
Oh, yes, please.
So we're going to do exactly that. What we'll do is we'll do it onto white card with the icicle. We're going to go in with one of the big background ones that we've got in the bundles, is the Christmas one. This is a huge one because what's good with all the foils, but certainly with the icicle, is because it is because of the material, because it's smooth once foiled, it gives you a resist effect if you go over with your inks or your sprays,
Perfect.
anything like that.
Perfect.
So what we're going to do, I'm on green, I'm on low, it's good to go. So I'm going to go at a minute. So I'm going to pop that straight on. So as you can see, these ones here, they fit our Foilpress platform perfectly. So we can then pop our actual carbon plate on and then let's press start. So that's going to do what we've been showing you throughout the, well, what's that, the show? That's no way is that the time. God.
Flown, hasn't it?
Flown in.
LQ is actually asking, is there a good way to keep the foil dies from moving around when you put it in the Gemini as it comes off the foil press?
You can, if you want. I would only say this, do that as a last case scenario, but you can use your low tack tape to tape it down. Doesn't melt it. I've used it in a few occasions myself, so you can use it. If you can get away with not using it, then great, but you can do. So if you're having trouble with them moving or that, yeah, just tack it down.
Lovely bubbly, thank you very much.
No problem at all. So we will do this technique, and then what we'll do is we'll do a few more where we show you kind of the materials that you can be foiling onto, because I'm quite aware that obviously over the just under 2 hours, I've been doing what you're wanting, and that's seeing the different techniques that you can do. But I know that there's many of you that want the foil press to actually foil onto different mediums as well. So we're going to go in with our icicle. Now, sometimes it's a bit harder to see, but can you see how the actual one side is really, really shiny, the other is a matte, kind of a matte effect, and it's not as smooth.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is what I would say is shiny side facing down. That's then going to go over the top.
Lovely.
We're going to do our stamping card. We're doing our extender plate, so sliding it out, and then once again we're going to feed that one up to our Gemini. And then I have got some Honey Pot water reactive ink and my blending tool.
Okay.
So we can come along here, and if you're foiling with the berry or the gold or the silver, it looks absolutely incredible.
Cool.
But even with the icicle, still looks lovely, subtler but lovely. So we're going to come in now. So you can always tell because you can see the imprint already. So we're going to then take in the edge, peel that off.
That looks great already.
Look at that. Absolutely lovely. So even the icicle onto a white smooth. But what we can do is we're going to come in. Let's go in with our honey pot. I'm just taking a little bit of the excess off. And then I'm going to go on with our inks. Going in. So it could be, of course, any of the colours that you want. You can still spritz with them as well because the foiled surface is a non-porous surface. So that's why all that's going to do is resist.
Right.
So we're going to come along. Let's add our ink on. I'm not going to do the whole lot, but I'm doing enough so that you can see.
Okay, perfect.
And then I would always recommend, Becky, either a microfiber cloth or a bit of kitchen roll or something. Go along and buff off the excess ink that's sitting on the foil. Because if I turn that around, you can see there's a little bit that comes off. And that's just from the ink sitting on the foiled impression.
Yep, I see.
But if I take that and remove that, and then lift back up, can you see now it's resisted the ink, but we've got a coloured background. And this is where I was saying earlier, you can do this with all your foils. All that would happen is instead of it being the icicle effect, it's going to be gold.
Yes,
with
yeah.
an ink on the background, or silver.
Yeah.
So you can do it with any of the foils, but to get that watermarked letterpress technique sort of look, then the icicle is absolutely the best one to do it,
That
because it
does
then
look
just looks as though
fabulous.
it's white on the top.
The icicle one, because it's slightly translucent.
Yes.
Can you put that over patterned paper and then still see the pattern through?
Really good question. Absolutely. Yeah, you can do.
Cool.
So you're going to get more of that mottled AB look, Aurora Borealis
Yeah.
sort of look to it. But you are, whatever is behind it, pattern paper or anything like that, is going to shine through. So you're going to get more of a nice shiny. So it might be a matte pattern paper, but where you've foiled onto it, it's going to give you that sort of shiny, sort of glistened effect.
cool.
So yeah, looks lovely.
That's really cool. We've got some expression die. Oh, they've sold out. Oh, sorry. Oh. Okay, they've gone now, but well done to those who purchased them. I do enjoy them. I'm sorry about that. They have sold out, but well done to you all who did manage to get it. The foil press machine and all of its goodies are still available if you do want to. If you were in America, it's been a while since we've had it around. It is back in stock for you. I, at this point, now have, I'm in my teens in quantity, not in age. Although, but yeah, we have got only a few of them left now for you. So if you do
You don't look far off it though.
then thank you. That is so nice. Also though, would have liked it if you were a bit quicker in, but whatever.
Hey, I'm a guy and I said it. Thank
Yeah.
yourself lucky.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough. How's that boyfriend material going?
Still single. Says it all.
We have got so many more treats on the show for you today. And don't forget, if you do have questions, do throw them in. Iraya is saying, great masterclass, Craig. Carol is asking, can you foil some vellum for us?
We absolutely can do. Let's have a look at my
Great
box of tricks and see what we can do.
Sarah said, question, I've gifted some foil press dies but don't have a foil press. Can I still use them to emboss or die cut?
Tell you what,
Cold and not heated. Good
let's do that right now.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Let's do that right now. And good one to show you is this big background one.
Okay.
So you can do this with any of your foil press stamps.
Right.
But while we're all here, let's do it. So I need my embossing mat. So let's bring in my purple embossing mat. He says if it's here. Who can I blame now? Who was last here with?
It was Becky.
Oh, she wouldn't have used the junior and the...
Debbie Robinson was in before.
Oh, here we go. It's just at the side of me, so I can't blame anyone. So let's go in. Let's take... Tell you what, once again, to really showcase it off, let's bring in black, because then what we can do, Becky, is we'll use some gilding wax.
Ooh.
So now where I've gone on and said you can use your normal dies to foil with, you can use your foil press stamps to then emboss with.
Cool.
So this is where, what we're doing, pretend now that we've done our die cutting and we're away to emboss it.
Right, okay.
So take it out, we've die cut that.
Yeah.
So now what we're then going to do, Becky, is put our embossing mat on.
Yep.
So we're going to put our cardstock with our die face down into our embossing mat. Plastic shim. We don't need our magnetic shim because we still never have our magnetic and embossing mat at the same time. We're then going to feed this one through and then let that go through. Let's go in with some gilding wax, or if you're doing this on white or a lighter card, it could be any of your inks that you're using. So if we then take, so I'm trying to grip this so I don't do the reveal just yet. So there's one side. Now keeping in mind it'll come apparent in a moment once we go in with our wax. But if I turn that around,
Ooh. Wow.
so that is it completely on its, and actually, I tell you what, before I come in with the waxes, Becky, do you want to come across and have a closer look? Because at least then you can see exactly, because really, the screen doesn't do it justice. It's like a 3D embossing folder.
That genuinely is, and you can even see like the veins that are in the leaves and the berries. That is really, really cool.
It really, really is. So let's pick out that section, Becky, that you were on about. And let's go in. So then if I do a little bit at the side, so if we go into here, even if we pick out these bits here. And
that's incredible.
Look at that. Isn't it absolutely incredible?
I love that.
So if we go and look at that. So yeah, if you're doing that on your normal colour cardstock, great, but look at that onto your gold. Oh, look at that, Charlotte, brilliant. If I tip that up slightly to get the depth, it's as if it is a 3D embossing folder.
Because actually the depth of that is a fair few millimetres.
It is. Absolutely, absolutely it is. And that's why you don't need any additional shims or anything like that. It's the same plate configuration as you would do if you're doing your embossing. But yeah, so absolutely. Now where we've gone and talked about foiling with your normal dies, you can emboss with your Foilpress
That's
stamps as
so
well.
cool.
So yeah, so cool.
I'm going to get
it?
off my tiptoes now because being next to you. That's so cool. I've not seen that technique before. Thanks, Craig.
Really good. So brilliant question. And yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Now have a look at all of your Foilpress stamps and see what you can do with them.
Nice one. And also, Sarah, I love that you got them gifted. Nice friends. If you do want to treat yourself to these, that lovely foil stamp that we've just seen, it is in the Christmas set. So you can still grab it. It's the one that comes with the stag and stuff as well. So plenty if you're treating yourself. Loads more questions coming through. Here's one question that's should be a pretty quick answer. Is Val. Hi Craig. I want to do cut and foil, but can't find my press's metal shim. Can I use 2 junior shims, one at the top and one at the bottom? And that's Val.
Sorry, Becky, can you read that one out again?
Yeah, I can. Hi, Craig. Sorry, I don't know why I'm making that really serious now. This is from Val, by the way.
Okie doke. Hi, Val.
Hiya. I'll be Val. Where's she from? Southampton. Southampton. Hi, Craig. I want to cut and foil, but can't find my press metal shim. Can I use 2 junior shims, one at the top and one at the bottom? Val in... I think it's quite clear I don't know where this is. Southampton.
Right. And I like your thinking, and I know you're thinking, however, your foil shim that you get with you, or your metal shim that you get with your Foilpress, is quite a bit thicker than your actual Gemini Junior metal shim.
Got you.
So, you know, where you're using your foil and cut, so when you're using the foil and cut that we're going to show you shortly, you would have your Foilpress metal shim on the bottom, and then you would have your Gemini Junior shim at the top. So, it's not going to do it any harm, but just take into mind that you might not actually get a proper cut because it's not as thin, it's not as thick as your Foilpress one. So give it a shot. As I say, it's not going to do any damage because it's not thicker. If it was thicker, I would say don't try it. But, you know, give it a shot. If not, then...
have a look on your screen right now and get your Foilpress metal shim for a 20% saving.
And the thing is that, you know, we don't know everyone's circumstances and that. All I could say is £6.39. Do you know what I mean, for a new shim?
Good.
You know, it really is really good. You're saving your 20% on it. Tonight or today is definitely the day to maybe pick up these extra bits for your Foilpress. So give it a shot. I wouldn't have thought you were going to get a perfect cut because then it's all about the pressure, but there's your shims there.
Love it. Thank you very much. What's gone? Craig's gone.
I'm not gone.
No,
I'm not
not
going
you.
anywhere.
Yeah. No.
No?
Bag.
Don't scream and shout. It's now.
Sold out!
Sorry. Sorry, guys.
You don't look sorry. You got a
I'm just,
mischievous
you know what, I'm
little grin.
delighted for those that have actually
Yeah, it's
got
good, isn't it?
Really, really delighted.
It was a really good one. Sorry that that has sold out. Again, though, if you do want to treat yourself to any of these goodies, because lovely Craig's inspiration has inspired, you can get the full kit and caboodle right here, right now. So do treat yourself whilst you can. We've had Cynthia in saying, will CC be coming out with new foil colours, e.g. red, pink, green, etc.? I don't know the answer. Does anyone on the team? Anyone got some Snoopy Snoops, a bit of insight?
I wish I could come back to you and say that I know, but I don't know.
No?
I don't know what product development team
Are
have
working
got
on.
planned. Just that good old thing that we always say is watch this space.
Watch this
See
space.
what could maybe be coming up.
I would say, Cynthia, if you are looking for like red, etc., berry is red, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I would say that berry is as red as red could be. You know, it's post box red or whatever. And we have got berry in this collection. So although I don't know the answer on it now, if you do want red, then we have got the berry within this collection. Not just got berry though, I've also got the icicle, which Craigle did the almost kind of resist technique with the ink a moment ago. I've got this one for you too, which we have got your disco ball, and I've got your silver shimmer as well. And then you've got your gold shimmer, which is that sort of holographic one. So if you do need to stock up on them, then absolutely feel free and go for it. Discount deal on your screen now, 30% saving. So you can treat yourself to that if you wish. And don't forget that we have got all the 5 colours, and they're 5 metres each if you do want to seize the moment. What are we up to now, Craig?
Right, let's have a look at Vellum, and let's have a look at acetate as well.
Okay, thanks.
So I'm just getting some strips because we'll do one of the borders. So we'll go with the Biarritz one. And in that same set, we'll do floral border. And then what we'll do is I'm just going to use cerise for both of them just now. So we're going to go in with our vellum. Now this is, when I say plain vellum, what we call it on our website, printable vellum, you know, but it's vellum. And then we'll do, just after, we'll do acetate. Now I'm using heat-proof acetate because that's what I've got to the side of me here. Other foiling machines out there, you can't use normal acetate, wafer thin, construction acetate, or packaging plastic. With ours you can do. But let's go in and let's use the floral border with our vellum here. So I just want to make sure that I've got the amount that I need. So this is what I meant by, I kind of line it up and then I roughly cut around to make sure that I've got enough and not too much where potentially it could be overfoiling. Let's bring in our foil press here. So to make it really, really quick and easy, let's hit reset. And then if I draw your eye to our matrix, it tells us here vellum, and it says at the side there you need an additional 300 GSM shim. This is because, as many you know, vellum is really, really thin. It's not as thick as other mediums. Ah, perfect, thank you, Charlotte. So it gives you a better look at the matrix that we can see here. So we can see with the vellum, it says there, small die, 20 seconds, medium die, 30 seconds, which is a good thing to point out. If maybe you're unsure, maybe you've got a foil press stamp or a normal stamp and you're like, I don't know, is it small? Like for this border one, you would think, would it be classed as a small? Would it be classed as a medium? I'm not too sure. What I would always say is just go with the small. Start off with the small. If you get underfoiling, just add a few seconds.
Cool.
So that's what I would always suggest.
Okay.
So within this one here, with the vellum, says 20 seconds. So what I'm going to do, put it to 20 seconds. I'm going to then pop mine on. I'm then going to come in. So then if I pop that one on, press start. So I've got my foil ready to go. I've got my vellum ready to go. And then what I'll need to do is let's just get a piece of cardstock. quite smooth stamping card. As I say, you don't need to be using your stamping card at home. As long as that your cardstock, or the shim anyway, is round about 300 GSM, you'll be absolutely fine. So I'm going to pop my foil on, and then I'm going to then bring in my vellum. And then let's pop this one on. And I actually don't really know why I've popped it to the side of my platform, if I'm honest with you. Could have just done it straight into the middle. What I need to do, so I'm still using my large Gemini just now. We're going to feed this one through, run that one through. So with that extra shim, that's just helping it to bulk it out ever so slightly. So with this on vellum, it could be wraps, you know, maybe around candles, or maybe you're going to then be doing little treats or something, and you just want to do that, you know, a nice little wrap around it.
Lovely.
You can do. So let's come into here, and then I'm going to then lift that up.
Whoa.
And look at
Oh,
that.
it looks so expensive on the vellum.
So expensive. And then if you did want to come and colour in these little bits, you absolutely can do.
Lovely.
But with the vellum being really quite thin, it meant that you've got an embossed piece of cardstock as well.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to trim that and then maybe start to use that somewhere, you can do.
Cool.
So let's pop that back in. I'm going to lift it up just for a second. Now when it comes to acetate, I'm going to keep it on 20 seconds. It does not say in the matrix to do a shim, but I always add a shim when it comes to the matrix. Just something that I always do. So let's pop that one on. We're going to then put our carbon plate and press start. So once again, let's get our shim ready. And then I've not quite cut it to size, so let's roughly cut it. You do what I do when I'm at home, and then that's trim my foil while on the roll so that I don't then, you know, waste bits. But then take that one off. So we're going to do our foil. We're then going to come in with our acetate, and then we can then go on. If you find it's a bit too staticky, then if you've got a microfiber cloth, well, sometimes that does help, but if you've got an anti-static bag, maybe you got our chalkboard stamp sets a couple of weeks ago with that little anti-static bag, you can use that on it as well, just to take away the static.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Run this one through, running it through, and then for lifting this one up, let's remove that, let's take that off, and we've now got the most gorgeous
Oh, so nice.
foiled acetate. So as I said, that could then be a wrap. And actually, I was going to use the other one, wasn't I, for this? But actually, I'm kind of glad that I've used the rose on with the acetate because it looks beautiful. So if we were to line that up a little bit on our guillotine, now you could either fussy cut around it, or you could simply create a strip. And then if you do have like a candle of that, of course, you would then remove it from around the candle if you were going to, but if you could imagine that wrapped
Lush,
around a candle, or maybe around your like napkins or
I was
something.
just gonna say
At
napkins.
dinner party, let's go in here just to secure this a little bit more, just a little bit better, so we can show this off a little bit. So if we come around, as I say, could be napkin ring, or around a candle, or anything that you want to. You can then start to wrap
cool.
it. It could be a border onto a card, or anything that you want to come along and use. You can do that. Absolutely beautiful. But that's now acetate, and that's also vellum. If it was your construction acetate or packaging, I would still start with the 20 seconds. You might need a little bit longer, but trial and error. It's not going to do any harm. Give it a shot. Play with your machine. Just give it, sit down an afternoon, or even for a full day if you wanted to. Just quickly as well, top tip I would give as well, start with cardstock. get yourself familiar and get yourself confident with cardstock, then maybe go on to maybe a mirror card, get yourself confident with that, then go on to a vellum. First thing you'll want to do is get it home and start foiling onto all these little bits. And sometimes if it doesn't work first time, you get a little bit disheartened. So that's how I say, just spend a little time, over a few days, a week or something, you know, one at a time, just conquer each material one at a time. You'll build up that confidence, and then before you know it, you'll be like what I'm doing, and so many of them just stick in the head, because it's the same ones that I use quite a lot, so.
That's really useful. Thank you so much for showing
You're
us that.
welcome.
Isn't that great? It is time to vote for demo of the day. We thought we'd get it in early. Because the lovely Craig was just doing techniques, you're not offering one up for us this evening, are you?
No, we won't, will we?
You sure?
Well, the only thing I was hesitant there was about the little frame with the dog. But
Yeah, let's,
so there's something.
well, let's
We'll
vote.
put that in.
Let's get your boxer over here. What would you like to call him?
Let's call him Cody, because that's my best friend's dog. They've got a boxer.
Cute. That's a really nice name for a dog.
It is.
Okie pokely, let's get ready to vote. So we've got 3 different craft experts today. This one is make a number 1 from this morning with Debbie Robinson's. So that is the card from number 1. This is make number 2, which is from Becky, who showed us how we can use our multimedia sort of applique animals without sewing them on. So this is literally just built up and glued on, and she made this little bag for collecting Easter eggs, maybe for young people. And then finally, we've got Cody, our boxer dog here, with the foil pressed frame that Craig has made. So again, let's get voting on 1, 2 or 3. Get your votes in now on our social media and you can treat yourself. If you have just tuned in, we've still got loads more to come. We've got more demos, we've got more deals, and we have just about got a few more in stock of the foil press. If you've never seen this before, get ready to add a little bit of extra glitz and glamour and level up, in a way, your cards without too much effort. If you would like to know more about the foil press machine, check out your baskets and keep your peepers peeled on this.
The Gemini foil press has arrived. Professional and luxurious hot foil letterpress can now be achieved in your own home with our innovative foil press system. This clever machine has been designed with so many fabulous and unique features, and it really does take paper and mixed media crafting to an exciting new level. Delivering professional looking foiling results using a hot press technique that ensures crisp, clean images. Perfect for stationery, invitations, party decorations, home decor, and so much more. The foil press is the only hot foiling system that uses a silicon plate, and we've created a plate that has edge-to-edge heat, so no matter where you place the dies, the heat will be the same. There are no cold spots or hot spots, just one consistent temperature, which again ensures perfectly foiled results every time you use it. Fast heat up reduces wait time, making projects faster to complete. The innovative foil stamp and cut dies allows you to do exactly that, creating professional quality hot stamping, and they work on everything from paper, fabric, cardstock to leather, vinyl, balsa wood and more. Don't waste any of your foil, as you can use the negative foil left over to create another project. With any machine that involves the use of heat, safety features are an absolute priority. The foil press has been fitted with a built-in cool-down feature that kicks in when the machine has been in use for a lengthy amount of time. There is also an automatic shut-off feature that will turn the machine off if the heated platform has been engaged for 25 minutes and not used. Everything needed comes in the box, including a handy manual which gives you all the time and temperature settings for the dies, so you can start foiling straight away. The Gemini Foil Press, made by crafters, for crafters.
Welcome back. Lovely to have you with us. I hope you're having a gorgeous day wherever you are. And if you've just tuned in because you've been busy all Friday and all you want to do is kick off your shoes, put your feet up, grab yourself a tipple of choice and sit and watch some craft, Don't worry, we still have got plenty of time to squeeze in some treats. Tonight's focus is all about our Foilpress, the machine that adds glitz, glamour, mirror-like qualities to even the blandest of cards. But not just cards, oh no, plastics, woods, metals, fabrics, and so much more. This collection that I have on your screen for you right now is low in stock. We're not quite unlimited yet, don't worry about it, but we have got less than 20. So if you have been thinking about it and ahhing, and you like the look of a £75 or $96 discount, today could most certainly be your day. Speaking of discounts, before I forget, Random Acts of Kindness 15, RAK 15. If you use that code on our website in the Crafting Essentials section, you'll see it all there on the front page. You can get 15% off today. I just thought I'd remind you. It's RAK on those ones. But you can have a look on our website. It's all explained. So if you do want to seize the moment, do feel free to treat yourself. Loads more messages coming through, which is always lovely. Carol, I'll ask about that for you. Susan, I'll ask about that for you. Cynthia, I'll ask about that for you in just a moment. For now, though, should we head on over and have a little look at what Craig's up to?
Right, tell you what, let's have a look at...
What do you want? What do you need?
So I'm just looking, so the bundles we've got left, there's not any of the foil and cut dies in them, but if you're going to go with the Foilpress bundle today, you've got a few of them.
All right.
So let's go in. Should have the frame that you get within the set. Here we go. So what we're going to do is let's go in with, let's have a look. What material have I not done yet? So let's go in, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So for your foil and cut, ideally you're going to want to use your, like a cardstock, because a material or that's when you would, with your normal dies, you would come along and you would use things like your metal shims and stuff like that. But let's go in, let's go, I tell you what, for this one, let's use our white card.
Okay.
Because it's the best way to show you with it being foil and cut. So we're going to go in. Now with the foil and cut, you don't need to do anything different time-wise or temperature-wise.
Okay.
The plate configuration is slightly different. So what we're going to do is, I've jumped back into my junior now. So we've got our carbon plate. So this is where you need your metal shim that you get with your Foilpress. So you need your metal shim from the Foilpress. You've got your carbon plate. You'll also need your metal shim from your Gemini Junior. Let's see if I've got a smoother one instead of my buckled one. There we go. And then, of course, we've got our actual die / stamp, our foil, and our cardstock. Now, for this one here, what we're going to do is, with this one, it's, again, this is one that it would be like, is it a small, is it a medium?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one as a medium. So I'm going to go to 45 seconds.
Okay.
This is me following the matrix. So what we need to do is we're going to put our metal shim from our Foilpress on first. We're then going to pop our actual Foilpress die. We're then going to come along, and then we're going to then put our carbon plate, we're going to let it heat up. So this is where, forgive me, I can't remember the lady's name that was saying about using the 2 junior foil plate platforms. So this is where what she was meaning is, could you use one of the juniors in place with, instead of the Foilpress one?
I get you.
But this is where, because this one is slightly thicker
Right.
than this one, might not quite work. So
okay.
that was, it's the best way to explain it is visually by showing you. But we're going to let that do the countdown, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come in with our mediums. So with the frame that you get within the set, you get a little corner as well. You get a few other little sentiments too that just foil.
Okay.
But it's nice that you've got that ability to do the die cutting all at once. So then removing this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in with our foil. We're going to go in with our cardstock. Now, because it's a metal die to cut, you need something metal to cut into or something heavy. So this is where we're going to go in with our metal shim from our junior, and then we're going to go in with our carbon plate. The metal shim from your junior, same as what I was saying earlier on about your magnetic shim. If you, I think our junior plates are out of stock at the moment, but when they are in stock, if you can invest in a separate metal shim and a magnetic shim, it's worthwhile doing. It means you're not having to chop and change all the time, but it's not essential. You can absolutely just keep chopping and changing if you want. So we can already see here that that's now die cut.
Yeah.
So it's die cut the inner, it's die cut the outside. Always remember as well, you do have your tweezers and that if you want. Doesn't get too hot for me, but if you are a little bit heat sensitive, you've got that there. But then if we come along, peel that off,
Wow.
we've now got our foil.
Fab.
So it's foiled all that beautiful detail. Come in with your little gems and your pearls, or maybe with your little sentiment, or then why not, you know, maybe come along
Oh, that is cool.
with a stag
Yeah.
in the middle. How well does that look?
That looks
Or
really cool like that.
again, maybe do layer upon layer if you want
Ooh,
to.
nice.
Maybe even coming in with one of the sentiments. Obviously, one that would be smaller that's
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
fit,
but
but you've got the
still.
idea. So again, that was the waist of the stag. But even if you used the non-waist one,
Ah, yeah. Grabs
you
your
see how
attention.
you can really, yeah, it does grab your
Yeah.
attention. You can have a play with them about as well. So you've got that little photos maybe if you want to start. You know how in the home decor you get frames like that and there's maybe another two and they're hanging with ribbon or thread or twine.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
got little family photos.
Yeah, it's
you can be
lovely.
doing that.
That's
so
great.
That's how you're going to use the dark grey ones, which is the foil and cut. So it's exact same plate configuration. Even if it's a really small one or it's a large one, same plate configuration, but same with the wafer thin stamps, you're just having to play with the time by following the matrix.
Lovely, jubbly. Thank you. More questions in for you. Cynthia says, can you use the foil press in the Pro if you use the large cover plate and turn it sideways?
No, no. Don't turn it sideways. It's not designed to turn sideways. It's all to do with pressure, the way it builds up. And plus, in actual fact, I don't even think it would because your handle sticks out.
Yes,
the handle
yeah, it
sticks
does,
out.
yeah.
So it's not going to go in sideways. But
Yeah.
no, always put it in the way that it's designed to go, and that's face forward, not to
Perfect.
the side.
Carol's asked, could you use our old brass stencils? Can they be foil pressed? What about our old brass stencils? Can they be foil pressed?
Old brass stencil. As long as the depth of it is very similar to a wafer thin die and it's metal, then yeah. Because I get questions, people ask, can you foil with an embossing folder?
Yeah.
Which you can't because there's no metal in it. You need something metal to then obviously heat up.
Heat up, yeah.
But once again, as long as it is the same depth, if you want, of a normal die, there's absolutely no reason why you can't do that.
Perfect. Susan's asked, Craig, can you refoil an underfoiled piece if you recover and reposition using the side ruler?
To me, that is a whole lot of hassle. I wouldn't
Right.
even be worthwhile. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Right.
If you want to do that, do you know what it's like? It's like stamping and then trying to re-stamp in the exact same place.
Got you.
I wouldn't even attempt to do it. If you want to do it, yeah, you can do. I wouldn't. I've never done it, and I wouldn't.
What about when you sort of peel the plastic away and you see, oh no, that bit's a bit unfoiled halfway through? Could you?
Yeah, that would make it certainly a bit easier. Absolutely, yeah. What you just need to keep in mind is it may only be a few seconds since you've taken it out the platform, but if you've taken it out, run it through, you go to have a look, there's 20, 25 seconds it's been off the heat. So if you go to run it through again, it's not going to have that same build-up of heat throughout the metal die. So therefore it might still not work again because it's not had that full length of time when it comes to the heat. Try it, you're not going to do any damage. To make life simpler, as I would say, I would just start again.
Okay.
It's only a little bit of foil and a little bit of cardstock.
Cool beans. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
If you would like the foil press and all of the kit and caboodle so that you can recreate things such as this, which is on black card, which you can see here, plain black card, pop it on, shimmeroony. This is your Centura Pearl, which you might think wouldn't do it, right? Because it's kind of a smooth, soft surface, but it does. We have also got in here your craft card, your patterned card, your black these are actually with Spectrum Noir markers, the marker inks, these ones are, the metallic inks, sorry. You got your glitter card, watercolour card as well in here. So loads and loads and loads of opportunity. And ribbon. I love the one for ribbon. I think that is just fab. Because, you know, when you get really nice, decent foiled ribbon, it's expensive. You can make your own. Oh my goodness, imagine like making your own with kind of if you selected sort of letters, for example, that meant something just to you, that would be great. So yes, you have got all of these different styles and designs that you can do. So if you do want to treat yourself to the Foilpress, it is on your screen right now. It is relatively low in stock though. Maybe you've been watching this and thinking, I love the look of it, but actually I could really do with maybe getting an extender plate, because as you can see, the plates that kind of come with this Foilpress are the size of the Junior. We have got an extender plate which you literally just lay over the top and it turns it into original Gemini size. So you can pop that over the top. If you don't know how, if you want to treat yourself to it now to give it a go, it is on offer. It's a 20% discount for you. But also Craig did demo it earlier on, so you can always watch back. And don't forget to like and subscribe this show if you are buying a Foilpress, or if you've just had some sparks of ideas that you might fancy, because you can watch this back pretty much at any point. So do feel free to do that, so that when you do get your wonderful kit and caboodle, you can sit down and feel free to craft. We have got Susan saying the embossed cardstock is absolutely gorgeous, Craig. Yet another fabulous technique. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tracy's asked, can you foil onto a photograph doing borders or corners?
Yes, you can do. What I would suggest with that one there is go in to start with, because obviously if you're going in with a border or a corner, they're smaller than obviously a big background one.
Yeah.
What I would always suggest is obviously don't ever do it on the actual real thing. If it's an old photo, do you know what I mean? Get a copy or something like that. But yeah, there's no reason to, you know, it's a coating that's on it. The only thing you need to keep in mind is if you were maybe securing it with a bit of low-tack tape or something like that, which we've covered in the show that you can do, it's not going to peel the ink off the actual photo.
Yes.
But that being aside, the whole point of can you foil onto a normal photo? Yes, absolutely you can do.
Great stuff, thank you. What are you up to now?
So I thought let's go in with some leather, fake leather, and let's foil a sentiment onto that. Just to say as well quickly about any questions or that, because all the girls on the team, they love their Foilpress, so we're always there. If you contact customer service, anything to do with the Foilpress, 9 times out of 10 the question comes to me from the girls at customer service. So that's how I always say when it comes to Foilpress questions, either write them straight onto my Facebook wall. All of us are our full names plus CC, Craig Laird CC, you're Rebecca Redican CC, aren't you?
Yeah.
So we're all our name plus CC, but if you go onto my Facebook page and you can write on the wall, ask the question there. I prefer you to do it on the wall so that if anyone else has issues, they see the question and they see me answering it as well. So absolutely contact customer service, but when it comes to the Foilpress, I would say probably just as well coming to me.
Great.
The question would come to me anyway, so just thought I would just say that any other questions. But as I say, all the girls, they love their Foilpress as well, so you can always ask them too.
Great.
But let's go on with some PU leather and fake leather, non-real leather. And let's use a little sentiment here. And I've gone in with our foil, and this is our paper craft foil still.
Okay.
And I know I've been using gold quite a lot. Gold or silver you might use quite a lot, but these are your elegant colours. I find these are the ones that you're going to be using a lot. I use my gold a lot. Things like my cerise or maybe my greens or my hollies or that, I tend to use around about Christmas time.
Okay.
When I'm foiling, you know, it's usually on a cardstock or material, so I tend to want it to be something gold and silver. Just says luxurious, doesn't it? It just says elegant.
Yeah.
So that's why I tend to use that a lot.
Yeah.
Now, even although it is a thicker material, it does not need long at all. So we're going in, this one says wedding. So I'm actually going to go to 6 seconds here. I'm going to pop it onto my platform. So I've got my foil, I've got all that, we're good to go. So I'm going to press that one in. So then what we'll do is that one does the countdown. And we are then going to layer up. So take that one off. We're going to go with our foil. And we're then going to do that right side down. And then we can layer this one up, bring it through. So although it doesn't need long at all, it might need a few extra seconds, but I would always start low, or when I say low, I mean like time-wise, less, and then build it up. But let's then take this one up, let's come in, and then peel that off. So prime example that does need a little bit longer. It started to foil, but this is what's called underfoiling. Remember at the start, if you've watched from the start, I said the temperature doesn't stay the same, it's the time. You change the time, not the temperature.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to 12 seconds for this one. I'm going to keep it on again. I'm going to then press start. So it's given it a bit longer. Usually if I increase the time, I only increase by for a few seconds. But for that, I could see it was most of it wasn't foiled.
Got you.
So to me, I just think that needs a little bit longer.
Extra. Got you.
So we're going to go in, pop that one on, and then we're going to take these ones on, pop our carbon plate, slide it out. And when I was saying earlier on, what you'll tend to find, you'll start to foil with the same things a lot onto the same materials. In those cases, after a wee while, they'll instantly stick in your mind. But just take a little notebook. I've got one here that I've got little notes in that I leave to myself. I purposely don't use them on the show because it's not that I want mistakes to happen, but I want little things to come where I come, it's going to happen at home that we're going to overcome live. So that's why I try not to use my own little cheat sheets. So let's try it again, take it off.
Oh, lovely.
Look at that.
It's great.
So that's now faux leather. We've got wedding, and that has now been foiled with our gold. And that's just our normal gold, which you'll get a little roll as standard when it comes to your little starter kit. Although there's nothing standard about the kit today, is it? You're getting loads and loads
Absolutely
and loads.
loads, including extra foils.
So that is that one. I'm just trying to think now of, let's have a look at the other materials that I've got that we could show. Let's have a look. Let's go in with some craft card, because that can be a little bit of a nuisance as well, Becky, because it's so fibrous.
Yes.
That it can be a bit of a nuisance. So let's challenge ourselves as well. Let's go in. We're going to go in with this one here. It's not even been opened. So these ones, these actually give you, or this gives you the wasted effect, but without having to do the waste technique.
Got you.
So you've got your inner deboss line and the sentiment is debossed, which means they're not going to foil. It's this full platform for them that is going to foil, which is very similar to the waste technique.
Got you.
So we're going to come into here. What I'm going to do is I've got a little bit of plastic on the back.
If you do want this die that Craig's using, we have got it as part of a bundle today, if it's not sold out yet.
We have indeed.
This is Thank You Very Much that we're using at the moment. Nice big size 4x4,
It's
isn't
a
it?
really big
for it.
size, isn't it? It really is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it at 55 because it is a sizable one, and what you need to keep in mind as well, this is pretty much solid of metal. So compared to where we used this one, this is a good example actually, Becky. So this one is huge, but it needed very little time because it's only the tip of the die that you're foiling.
Yes.
This one needs quite a while because it is a solid metal. This solid part is what's going to be foiling.
Got you. If you do want this, it is in the pack that's on your screen. I will let you know that, funnily enough, when it's only costing you £17.36, but you are saving nearly £41. Makes no sense. It is limited stock. So if you do want this collection, I'll show you everything that's in it in a bit if you can't see it on the website. But yeah, you get this one, you get a congratulations and more. Just do be quick.
What I like to do as well when it comes to the craft card, that's what I was trying to think of, is I will bulk it out with a shim as well.
Okay.
So, and this is, again, it's to do with the fibre, because it's really, really fibrous. It's a craft card, recycled card. Sometimes it just needs that extra punch. It needs that extra push of pressure.
Got
Let's
you.
actually get a bigger bit of craft card so that we can actually get the full image. What you'll tend to do at home, like I do, and it's absolutely fine to do it, is there may be occasionally where some mediums that you're going to add a shim in. That's fine.
Okay.
If you do that, if it happened to be too much pressure, all the Gemini will do and do what it does with normal die cutting, it'll stop and just say, mate, here, come on.
Have it back.
You're taking your luck now. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Take it back. So that's
Taking your look. I've not heard that before.
Not heard that one?
No, taking your look. I like it.
Taking your luck.
Taking your look.
So I thought this time, why not go with the Aurora?
Aurora Borealis.
I like saying it because very few people can actually say it. Aurora Borealis.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Northern Lights, isn't
Northern
it?
Lights, yeah.
Northern Lights.
Those pure Northern Lights, man.
Oh, wow. That was a really good accent. I'm not sure what it was, but I liked it.
Glaswegian.
It was really strong.
Is that?
Yeah, it was good, yeah.
So here we go. Let's give this one a shot now and see. So can we see?
That
Now,
was cool.
I can instantly see I've got a little bit of overfoiling down
just
here.
there, yeah.
But let's come along.
It's only a tiny bit.
Look at that. And if I cut my foil to close to the right size,
You wouldn't have had that.
wouldn't have happened. Always have a look as well. Sometimes some materials it just rubs off. It's not exactly overfoiling, but look at that edge to edge foiling onto craft card. And this is it's not that it's temperamental, the cardstock is, but this one, because it's such a solid piece of metal, this is sometimes one that some people have issues with. So that goes to show on something like a craft card, I would do 55 seconds.
Great.
So you know if it's something like this, it's going to be a lot less. And if you have issues with craft card, feel free to use a shin.
I love that. That is fantastical. If you do want that one, let me just whip through what you're getting in this bundle. So this is before it sells out because it is limited stock. So you're going to get that one. This is for your foil, which is the one that Craig's just used. You've also got this one, which is a Celebrate. If I show you on the other side, you can see Celebrate. So you're getting the sort of champagne cork and it says Celebrate on it. I've then got for you words, including congratulations, party. I've also got invitation. Then I've got wedding, which Craig will use before, and then I've got special friend as well. So all of those ones today should be nearly 58 quid. It's actually only £17.37, or should be nearly $90. Is that? You're getting a massive nearly $60 off that. That's great. So do seize the moment, but it is limited stock. Okie pokely, we are heading on into a little bit of a break now whilst we run through some more of your questions. If you do have any burning questions right now, I have got some. Charlotte, I'm going to ask yours for you, my love, don't you worry. And Marina, I'm going to ask that as well. But if you do have any questions, squeeze them in now because we might be able to help you before the end of the show. But of course, if not, do contact Craig. But for now, let's head on into a break. Check out those baskets. We'll be back in a few.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30°, 45°, and 60° angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Welcome back, Foilpress fans. Lovely to see you this evening. I hope you're having a fan-dabby-dozy time. We've only got approximately 39 minutes and 17 seconds left of the show. Boo! But you have still got some time. What do you mean that's not true? 19 minutes. I did say approximately. Approximately. Give or take 7 minutes either side. Anyway.
Wants to go home?
Quiche. Oh, we're talking about quiche in the break. Anyway, behind the scenes, when's the last time you had a quiche?
Quite a while ago,
Yeah,
but I'm quite
me
in the
too.
mood for one now.
Me too. I could really fancy
Is
one.
it a flan in America?
It's a flan in America. I've never heard that in my life. If you're in America, quiche. Do you have it in America?
Yeah.
How would you describe a quiche to our friends across the pond?
So, short crust pastry base,
Yeah.
and then it's just egg, whole egg, you know, the white and the yolk, totally mixed up, and then popping whatever you want in it, grated cheese, ham,
Yeah.
vegetables, pour that in and obviously cook it.
So, like Charlotte's saying, sort of a savoury tart,
Yes,
if you will. Yeah.
I would bake the base blind first for a while and then pour the mix in, otherwise it's just going to be soggy.
All right, well, I'm only here for foil craft, but thank you very much, Mary Berry. We have got the foil press machine on today, if lovely Craigle's shirt
Do
didn't
you
give
like
it
to
away.
wiggle those pots and pans as well, you know? Any Ainsley Harriet fans will know.
Right, yeah, one of them. Were you on a telly show, were you?
Can't cook, won't cook.
No,
yeah.
you were not. How have I never heard this?
Yeah.
You were on the cooking show with Ainsley. I know how to use
Yeah.
my hits.
Hello, Jill.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, do that again, just in case someone doesn't know it.
Hello, Jill. Yeah, can't cook, won't cook. 1990. Actually, it was March 1999. It was a comic relief / Mother's Day special.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that is amazing. I cannot wait to pick your brains about that later on. Anywho, as a little reminder, we have got the foil press on screen for you. Lowish in stock. I know that we've got less than 20, by quite a way now actually. You get the foil press machine, you're getting the bags, grips, you're getting like extras basically, but all you're doing is paying for the machine, and that is what your discount deal is for today. So if you do want to seize the moment on this so that you can create gorgeous looks such as this, you absolutely can. And you can do it on fabrics, foils, etc. And I do know that we're going to be looking at putting some foil press on a fabric in just a moment or two. Is that what we're up to first, Craigle, or something else?
No, we're going to do it onto some satin ribbon. So it was funny enough
Perfect.
because I was just getting the bits ready in that break to do some satin ribbon, and Becky read out one of the questions to me beforehand, and it was, can I do it onto some ribbon? So I'm doing it on satin ribbon because it's my favourite kind of ribbon. You can do it onto organza and gross grain and all these different ones. Obviously, just keep in mind the more textured the ribbon, the more obviously textured effect you're going to get.
Yeah.
Now the only ribbon I've got is 16 millimetres in width, so I thought still I'll use one of the borders. Now it's not going to obviously cover it completely. If you had thicker, wider ribbon, then it would. But in saying that, it's still going to look quite smart that you're going to get part of a design into our ribbon. So what we can do now is let's just take some of those little fibre bits off. So with your satin ribbon, you really don't need a lot of time at all. So once again, on green, like we have been low the whole show, and I'm on 7 seconds. I like to pop my metal shim, my cardstock shim as well.
Yeah.
And there's reason it does help, but what it's also doing is it's going to stop you from getting excess foil onto your carbon plate, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So we're going to pop this one on, and then let's press start to do the countdown. Just the heating up, as we have explained throughout. And then once that beeps, what we can then do, come along, I've got my foil. So if I lay that over the top here, and there is grids within the base. So if you were wanting to line them up, for instance, if I wanted to line that up kind of at the halfway point, so that I know the halfway point for me to run my ribbon.
Yes.
So I'm going to then pop that one on, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on my card shim, because this is what I mean. See the excess foil down the side? That can then get picked up onto your carbon plate. If it does, it's no big deal. Don't worry about it. But just to avoid that, I pop my shim in anyway. Then we're going to put our carbon plate. We're going to run this one through. So we're going to feed that through. Now this could be a continuous bit of ribbon that you're going to foil, and then all that you'll do is, once you foiled the first one, when you move it up, just carefully feed through that top bit of the ribbon into your Gemini, but then you can keep foiling, so you can get gorgeous strands of foiled ribbon. So if I show you this, so there's the excess foil that would have been on the carbon plate if I didn't have this one in, but we can then lift it up. And then if we remove that,
oh, gorgeous.
Now look at that. Now see what I mean by, even although that's not a full impression because of the width,
still looks great.
how gorgeous does that look?
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
It looks absolutely beautiful that we can
Really
see
does.
here. And then I thought, probably to end the show, let's answer that question where I've got my cardstock and I've got
2 different types. This was in
2
from
different
Charlotte.
types. Now, if you lose your packaging,
Yep.
your paper craft
Paper
foil
Yep.
that has a white tube in the middle, and then your multi-surface has a craft centre that you can see here. So if you do get them mixed up or lost in packaging, then that's how you can then determine between the 2 of them. So let's come in with this one here. So I'm going to do the sentiment so that we can show you. So for our cardstock, I'm going to go to 12 seconds.
Okay.
So let's pop this one on. So the first one that we'll do, because I've got them sandwiched underneath each roll, is let's do the paper craft foil.
Okay.
And then we'll do it again,
Okay.
but we will then do it within the multi-surface foil.
Okay, perfect. Great stuff.
So let's come in, and then let's pop that over the top. Let's put our cardstock on. We're then going to go in, slide it out, run it through.
You'll be glad to know they do have quiche in the USA.
They do, hey!
Yes, we have quiche. Flan is completely different. Flan is a dessert by all accounts.
Like here, yeah. So you were wrong, Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, flan. Yeah, flan floppy base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like a flan as well. Like flan, base,
Yeah.
cream, strawberries, and then that strawberry sauce over the top.
Oh, way up. Also, Gilmore, I agree with you saying this kind of talk is making me hungry.
Yeah, me too. I might have to go to the double arches after.
They don't do quiche. I've asked.
No, I'll just need to kind of, you know,
That looks
get chips or
great.
something. There we go. So that is with our paper craft turquoise foil.
Love it.
So we're all in, we're on green. If it's on green straight away, it means you're good to go, so we
Okay.
can keep going. And really, probably I wouldn't actually need 12 seconds because that still continuously has been sitting on the heat while I was showing you that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
Let's do it anyway.
Okay, perfect.
So let's go in. Like, see, I bet this will prove me wrong and it'll foil first time, no bother, with it being multi-surface. But let's pop that on. Quite smooth stamping card, run it through. So run this one through. So we've done it with our paper craft foil, same colour and that as we said there a moment ago.
Yeah.
But then we can have a look here.
At the difference. For
Bring
Charlotte.
it in. So let's take it. There we go. So
There you go, Charlotte.
there. What was this? What was that?
Charlotte was the one who was asking the question about this.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, and this does show the prime example between the 2 foils. So there's
Okay.
your paper craft foil. That's absolutely perfect. It's beautiful. There's no little missing bits whatsoever. But exactly the same time.
Yeah,
Look at that.
bit gappy.
Yeah. So it would work, but
Yeah.
you would need to add on extra time. So it's just about there. So with your paper craft foil, you're going to get a nice smooth foil.
Yeah.
With your multi-surface foil onto card and paper, you are, if you follow the matrix, going to get that sort of effect.
Got you.
So if you do want to use it up, this is what I meant by you have to increase the time for quite a bit longer for
Okay.
then it to work. So you can do, but as I said, paper craft foil, it covers all your different materials. The only one that it's not covered for me, and that is real leather. You need your multi-surface. Everything else that we've been doing is paper craft foil.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Charlotte. I hope that answered your question. Samantha says, Becky, ask Craig if he'll do a show explaining the use of alcohol versus water reactive ink pads / markers and their reaction of various types of paper.
You'll find all of that across on Crafters TV. There must be hundreds of hours dedicated to all that. Certainly the Colour Me Happy shows. Go across on our YouTube, just search, find them all, and yes, there is loads and loads and loads of shows dedicated to that.
Jem is saying, I've been popping in and out this evening trying to get little lady to bed. Oh, sorry, you probably whisper. Hope you've gone to sleep. Trying to get little lady to bed. So I don't know if this has already been asked, but can I use normal dies to foil with? If so, would Craig do a Facebook demo on a nesting die, pretty please?
Well, we can easily answer that and just say, once we finish, whenever you get time, go back to the beginning of this show. Maybe, what was it, within the first hour?
Oh, yeah, easy. Yeah,
We
did exactly that.
We used our nesting dies and foiled with, and then we showed you your normal die. So, yep, done that in the show.
Thank you very much. Suzette has just asked, what you were doing there, is that being foiled on a stamping card?
Yes, so any of the white card you've seen me foiling onto has been our white smooth stamping card. If you were to do it on Nina cardstock, you'd do exactly the same as I've done it with the smooth. Same with watercolour card. Keeping in mind, if you foil onto a watercolour card or a texture card, you're going to get that bit of texture. But whatever cardstock you use, it's the same as what I've done with the white smooth stamping card. The black card I used was our black matte cardstock. The craft card was our craft card. So yeah, that was the cardstocks that I've been using.
Lovely, bubbly.
Unless otherwise stated.
Perfect, thanks so much. Okay, as well as the foil press machine, we've had loads of other things to wet your whistles. I'm going to start off with the borders, just as a quick recap-a-rooney on these ones. So you've got your different borders and corner edges. Whoever the lovely person was earlier on who asked about, you know, doing corners on photographs, these ones would be great at the corners of photographs, actually. This one here, for example, and this one as well. So, yes, these are the ones that you have the availability to get your hands on now. Very limited stock, as you can imagine. But if you do want to do, you know, these types of borders, as you can see, there are separate ones there, then you absolutely can. Let me remind you of me panels as well, because these panels are pretty cool. Have I got that upside down? There we go. So this is your creator card cutout panel. So as you can see, you've got the lovely panel design here, and you've got the cutting edge so that you can kind of get that creative look. That one's your decorative filigree. This one I really like, just to remind you as well, you can cut in or cut out because you're getting the separate edges. Yes, that one's your trellis. I've got your beautiful rose here, and I have also got your floral dragonfly. Floral dragonfly. Yes, there he is. Hello. So yes, we've got those ones. I'm missing one, am I? Where's that? Oh, it's right in front of my face. That's why I do apologise. Elegant rose as well you've got. So there you go. All of those ones you have the choice of treating yourself to if you want to. We've had a winner through of demo of the day. Just as a little reminder, there was unos, dos, tres, and the winner was numero uno was your winner today on that one. So I'll pop that up on the shelf for you in a memento or two. Pop that to the side. Loads more people still squeezing in their messages. Oh, I like Jeffrey's one. Oh, I might leave that till in a bit. Alison, is there any cardstock you wouldn't use with the foil press?
No.
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 Nope.
No.
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 Easy enough answer.
There's not one that comes to mind, or I wouldn't do. No.
Perfect. Jeffrey's asking, because he knows what you're like, any new launches this week, Craig?
Well, considering we're at Friday, we're already at the end of the week. So no, I'm not in. Actually, I'm not in now till Tuesday. Got quite a few days off. Yeah.
Oh, you doing out nice for them?
No. Well, I know what you're going to be like at home. You're going to be like, yeah. He says this all the time. I need to get my bathroom painted. I don't need to.
Right.
I want to.
Right.
So yeah.
What shade?
If I remember correctly, because I bought it ages ago, it's kind of like a really light teal or duck egg blue. Ooh. Yeah, very light. Probably nothing like that.
I love that you've forgotten.
Totally
it was that
forgotten.
long ago. Oh, bless you. If you do want to treat yourself to any of these goodies and you've loved tonight's show, maybe you've just tuned in and you've missed the show, don't worry, you can watch this back. Once the show's over, give it a couple of minutes and you will see that you'll be able to watch all of this show back, and it's well worth watching back. The main focal of the day, of course, has been the foil press, sort of hence Craig's wonderful shirt. If you do want to treat yourself to it, now is your chance. Limited-ish stock. We're like nibbling towards limited stock on this. You get the machine, but also you get all of these cool other extras like the bag that you wouldn't normally get with it. But all of the extras are free. So it's a really cool time to give it a go if this is something that is speaking to you. Remembering you can add these like foil designs, the metal look. I mean, look how far away you are. That camera, I'm looking at camera 5, you're a good 4 or 5 meters away from me, but still you can see that sparkle, right? And this is on denim, faux leather, cotton, hang on, what's that? Glittery material, vellum. This is on your craft metal, like your aluminium. You've got your ribbon, your acetate. It's really just eye-catching. So if you do fancy getting that glow, that look, that luster, you have the opportunity to do so with your foil press. Let me remind you that it was Random Act of Kindness Day the other day, and as a sneaky little extra random act of kindness, today we've decided to give you a bit of a discount code. So if you want to go on over to our website, there'll be like a banner there for you, you'll see it straight away, but there's a section that is your like craft room essentials section. If you go into there, anything you pick out, you know, the stuff that you need, that you're running low on or whatever, when you get to checkout, if you type in RAK 15, so RAK for Random Act of Kindness 15, you'll get 15% off the treats that you got in from that section. So well worth using that because it's available for you today, so make the most of that one. Loads of you loving today's show. Mary Pat saying, outstanding class, Craig. Thank you so much.
You are more than welcome. Had a blast. I can't believe how quick that 3 hours gone. It's absolutely flown in. Thank you so much. It's been a blast to you as well. It's not often that we're on together.
It's really not. I was thinking this the other day, like an evening show. It's been ages.
Yeah.
Not this year, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's been good. Of
It
course,
has.
Johnny, Charlotte, thank you so
It
much.
has.
It's been good. You know me, you guys.
Cheryl's also said, I absolutely love my foil press. And Susan says, what a true masterclass this evening. Thank you, Craig. I've got some time tomorrow to emboss and foil and craft card and foil for starters. I'm going to be getting crafty.
Well, that's what it's all about. That's what all the masterclass is all about.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining us today. As always, we think you're fabulous. Join George and Debbie Robinson tomorrow for Play Your Crafts Right. For now, though, have a fabulous weekend. Stay safe, keep crafting. Myself, Craig, and the whole team will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.